Welcome to the Smiling Sufferer podcast. On the mic, you got the young wolf himself, aka Jon Snow. Nah, I can't take Jon Snow.
Gosh.
I can't take Jon Snow, but yet you still don't watch GOT yet, do you?
Nope, I do.
All right. On my left, I have Wale, aka the Black James Bond, and I have Yeti on my right, aka the Lady of Laurel.
All right. Hi guys.
Wale.
Finally back.
Yep, I'm back. Y'all miss me?
Yeah, of course we missed you. How was Vegas, man?
Fun. It was a lot.
It was.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It was overwhelming, actually.
It was first time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It was too many things to do, and it made me realize how old I am.
You were there for how long? How many days?
5 days.
5 days.
Mm.
You looked like you had a blast.
It was
I
fun.
saw you.
Yes.
You lost your voice last week.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. I came back, I couldn't speak
Wow.
or anything. So, but it was fun. It was fun. The main reason I went was for Backstreet Boys.
Yes, I saw
and we
that.
had the best seat.
Did you guys get it? Did you get any autographs?
No, but I got to meet.
I saw you. They were like
he
right
was right in front
you.
of us, and then he came into our row.
I saw that.
Kevin and Brian.
You were there with friends too,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah.
thought it was just you and
Oh,
your
no.
and your Buddha. Were
Oh
going.
no, he doesn't care about Backstreet Boys. The main purpose was the girls'
Okay.
trip. Us
Okay.
three of us. Yeah.
But he just happened to come along.
He didn't come.
Oh, he didn't come?
No, it was a girls' trip.
Oh, I don't know why I thought you.
No, he's done his own Vegas trip with his own boys,
Okay.
so it was my turn. So
Okay.
yeah, it was fun,
All
Tom.
right, that's what's up.
I had fun.
What did you guys think about that track over there? Her name is Seyi Ogunnaike.
Nice, I liked it.
She's a producer out of the UK,
Okay.
and she does these remixes of songs, and
It sounded nice.
she's crazy with the 808s. Like she has this 808 machine where she just adds these extra things, and she does it for a lot of classic Afrobeat songs. I think she's really dope.
Good for her.
She's good.
dope.
She's good.
I know she was. It was recently that I saw it on Twitter, and everyone's been hailing her.
Yeah, she did a good
It
job.
was a good job. It was a good mix.
Seyi Ogunnaike.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Seyi Ogunnaike. Her Twitter is
Seyi Ogunnaike.
at Seyi Ogunnaike, I believe. So and she's got like a bunch of other videos. There's one more video I wanted to play. Cheech, I don't know if you can you still go back to her page. If you keep scrolling, I'll tell you when I get there. There's another one that was really, really dope. Yep, keep going. Oh, wait, sorry, go back up. No, that's not it. No, sorry, yeah, keep going down.
What song was it?
It was another classic Nigerian song. It wasn't that one. Keep going. Yeah, it was that one. Yeah, that was dope. So, can you start from scratch? It's loading. Hold on.
Which Nigerian song?
Oh no! It's not this one.
What song is it?
Never mind. It's not this one. Sorry. Sorry. Can you just keep
What song was
scrolling?
it supposed to be?
Mukulu.
Oh.
Mukeke. Keep going. Sorry.
Like
It's not that one. This was a Wizkid song, but it wasn't that one. This one wasn't all that. I had it in my bookmarks, but I happened to leave my laptop today.
You weren't
at home.
prepared.
At all, man.
It's not that I wasn't prepared.
At all.
By the way, for those that are wondering, this is a work day. I'm actually in my work fit. Don't worry about it. I'm in my work fit today. You see how I rolled up my sleeves? I look like a very serious somebody, don't I?
Not really.
I look like I feel like Obama. This is how Obama used to get on the campaign trail,
Right.
with his rolled up sleeves. Fired up, ready to go.
But he didn't used to forget his laptop.
Fired up.
So
Obama didn't forget his laptop.
at all.
Yeah. Whatever. What's going on in Afrobeat, man?
This guy. How many days ago did we talk that something
Yes,
new
now,
happened?
some stuff came up.
Like what?
It was. I think it had to do with
What came up?
Davido. Yes, Davido.
The new album song,
What
right?
happened to
That new track.
Which
I don't
was?
really like
He's got
it.
a new track with Russ.
Russ. Is Russ American? Obviously.
He's actually white. He's a
Yeah.
white guy.
Russ is-
Are you sure?
He is. I know. I was shocked. He's Italian.
Oh, okay.
So I
he's
guess
a
he has some
little
of that.
Olivey or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, Olivey. He has long hair like this,
Yeah.
but he's a rapper. He's a pretty dope rapper.
Ross Vitale, yeah. Russell, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's American, and he's as white as Kambisha. Wow, I didn't know that.
He's actually
Yeah, you know he was on the Forbes list.
Yeah.
Russ?
Yeah, he made money.
He made money.
Okay.
He's one of those self.
Said he makes about 15M a year.
He's 26. Ah, my life. What am I
Can
doing?
you imagine? He's self-made. He produces most of his own shit, and he owns most of his own publishing. And he has a track with Davido. Do you remember the name Wale?
It's called
I love you or something like that.
I Love You.
I don't know.
The track is kind of growing
I'm
on
not
me.
liking
I didn't
it.
like it initially. I didn't
But
like
that's
it.
what happens. You don't like it usually, and then it grows on you, and then
Slowly
because
but
they play it
surely.
all over the place.
The track is
It's okay.
going to make a chart. I'm not going to be surprised.
I was surprised.
But what other song
The
has
track
Ross had
is
before?
the track
this?
is Ross,
I've never heard of him before.
Ross has his fan base,
Oh.
so
He does.
Yeah, he
He
does.
has
So
a-
it's
But
one
has
of
he
those
ever charted
artists. It's
before?
one of those artists that have they have their fan base.
But is he charted? He's never charted.
I don't know. Maybe.
I know he's
He
charted.
probably
He's
has.
got some. He's got some
Yeah.
songs
That
on
we
the
know.
chart.
I'm not. He's not. I don't go out looking for Ross,
Let's
but he's
go
not.
on iTunes.
But I do know like some people were like obviously some hip hop guys were probably hating on him at one point, and
Yeah.
I've noticed that when you start to shine and you're not traditional hip hop, they start to do that to you. So it means he's doing something right.
Yeah, he's in that Drake lane. He does a lot of sing songy
Yeah,
rap, but he can
probably.
spit too.
I'm getting the vibe. What's that one? Post Malone vibe from him. Kind of.
No, Post Malone is all singing.
Post Malone is a lot of singing.
Oh, so he rapped.
He's actually a dope rapper too.
okay.
He's a dope rapper, but he had this song with Davido. But on the song, what was unique to me was he was talking about the Omo Nawao. Look, I'm telling you, man, these people, America, they're not yet ready for Afrobeat.
They're
It's
not,
coming.
though.
So
It's
But I
coming.
wouldn't consider this an
He
Afrobeat song,
picked
though.
number 83 and 63 on the Billboard
Okay.
100. So
Really?
yeah,
With
he's,
that song?
No, not that
No,
song.
no,
His
no. His own
his
stuff.
singles, some of his singles. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the.
He has one called "Lose Control."
Yeah,
What
that's
they
one
want.
that picked number.
There's this one song you guys will have heard it because it was always on the radio.
I've heard Ross before. I'm not checking for Ross new music, but it's not bad. I mean, I listen to the song, and if you listen to it with Afrobeat ears, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was expecting more.
If you listen to
Afrobeat
it
stuff.
in terms of, it's the same way I didn't like that Davido and Tinashe song. I thought it was horrible. But if you
But what
listen
are we
to it
expecting?
with where Ross is coming from, it's a good collab. Ross probably heard that 2 a.m. song, and I was saying it that 2 a.m. song would get Davido some features here. I mean, Ross is not the top of the list, but summer is coming, and it's gonna be a summer song. I think what's his
this song,
name?
maybe?
Yeah, I think what's the name of this guy that did 2 a.m. The Casanova. I think
Oh yeah.
his team is poor because they should have kept that song
They
for the
didn't
summer.
promote it well. Yeah.
They should
They should have kept it, and the thing is that everyone else is now seeing that, okay, Casanova too was like Ross. He has like his fan base, but 2 a.m. with Tory Lanez and Davido crossed across,
Right.
but it was too early, man. It was still cold outside. So, but like this one is getting closer to summer.
nice
So
for summer.
the song will make the
Wow.
Billboard. It will probably make the official Hot 100. And Davido will not let us hear at the end of it. But,
He'll remind us.
but
Remind
as far as an Afrobeat song,
It's not. Yeah.
But as
I
far as
just thought it was, even though
a nice blend of music, I think it's good.
Even though I'm one of those people that I don't get excited just because white people adopt things that we do. As
I think it did a
Africans.
good. I like that part of the song.
But I was surprised to see
you can't hit
a
on
white
that part,
guy
yeah.
talking about
No, and I give it but I mean, well, Drake is mixed. I mean, on one dance now, wasn't he speaking Yoruba?
What you say? OT.
OT now, yeah.
Oto?
It was on one now. What was the
That's
difference?
true.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think of that. OT.
Yeah.
Do you know what I thought that was? I thought it
Like
was something about
0 to-
overtime.
No, he did. Nah, he said OT. OT means no in Yoruba,
Yeah.
and then now said.
I didn't even think of that.
Then he now
Yeah.
said OT.
My
Then I'm
mind
like,
is blown.
yeah. So
Do a lot of people know this?
it's on Genius. That's where I
Yeah.
found out.
OT.
Yeah, then
God,
we go.
God,
Then he now
OT.
said OT. Yeah. It was speaking Yoruba.
You're right.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of things like this is that's why I say I can never blame Drake because you didn't even know he was saying that. And like I remember, I don't really like this guy about academics, but he was always saying his problem with Wale is Wale's Afrobeat is too conk. Like it's too, it's like when Wale tries to do Afro, like the song with Davido.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He does no, the song he did with Davido and Olamide. Fine girl,
Fine
Tony
Girl,
but yeah, it's very hard for non-Africans. Like you can like the melody, but
yeah,
you see how Drake did it in a slick way, and then see how Ross just said that one line. Yeah, that's really, you have to water it down.
I
didn't
know OT.
You have to. You can't be giving. They're not ready for. They're getting ready. They're getting closer to getting the unfiltered Afro beats, but they're not ready.
I'm liking it
to get.
You see that for me, that's what I want. I want them to come to meet us at least halfway.
Yeah, halfway. Yeah, and that's what's going. And I'm glad Davido made him. I mean, I don't know whose move it was. Maybe he said, "Hey man, can I add something?" And he said they told him, and he said from Yankee to Niger, So or Davido's what I said.
Yeah, I caught that line.
However line, but there's a song. There's a song I am looking for. And I keep saying Davido and one of the Spanish guys. I think it's gonna be good because I think Afrobeat and whatever their genre is, I don't want to miscall it. I think it blends properly.
Reggaeton.
Maybe that one, reggaeton, soca. Spanish guys are not really.
Yeah, it's not really reggaeton. Is certain beats.
Yeah, so Spanish guys, all them J Balvin kind of guys.
Yeah, it's like the new
Spanish melodies ish. Yeah, it will go well with Afrobeat.
Yeah, speaking of,
and he has a
new Root to Me song.
I heard it. I don't know.
Love Rhythm.
It's not Afrobeat though.
I mean, well, did he ever do Afrobeat?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean, but there's a.
But he's doing more like a.
They're trying to, and that's where they're missing it, and that's where 2 a.m. was good. This I like a little more. They're missing it because they're still mixing Afrobeats with Caribbean and Jamaican and dancehall. Like, the 2 a.m. beats was very very dancehall-ish, but Afrobeat guys can kill dancehall beats, but there's still no one American artist that has yet to get the proper Afrobeat sound. And guess maybe when they start working with producers, proper Niger producers, and they'll probably get it eventually. Rotimi's song falls under that category where it's like they're trying to go with this new age, what do you call it? Caribbean flow-ish / African sound. But hey, man, he tried. He did his thing. I mean, everyone tried. Davido's supposed to be in the studio with Meek Mill too. I think he posted that like yesterday.
Really? Anything else?
See, that's the thing. Why does he post so early in the game? Like, let the songs be done.
You be getting excited.
Exactly. And
I've already told you guys about this guy. This guy has his way. That's his way, and that's what his fans like.
But
I told you that if Davido should come to this room and perform for the 5 or 4 of us, there will be a way he'll make it seem like this was the biggest show in DC or DMV that day, and it works for him. Yeah. It works for him. Like he that's what his fans are asking for. That's what they're looking for.
But then you don't deliver on the songs.
They don't care about delivering on the song. Do you know how many of his fans never knew of Ross now, but they're going to swear down that Ross is one of the biggest collabs. They're going to be arguing that this was a bigger collab than One Dance or Drake and Whiskey. They're going to argue. True. They are, because their leader shows them that, hey, this is how we do it, and they like it. So he's catering to his fans. He doesn't do things on the low.
Yeah.
I feel so. And it works for him.
I feel so blind without my laptop.
He works. It works. So yeah, artists that make noise.
I need you guys to drive this one because I don't have my.
That's cool.
I have
there are a lot of people that make noise and it doesn't come out. Nothing comes out from it. But the song will come. I'm sure it's probably his song featuring Meek, so it'll definitely come out.
Okay. Anything else in Afrobeat that we want to discuss?
I don't think there's anything.
Okay. Before we get off Niger,
419 stuff.
Yes, I want to talk about that. So there's been this new new movement I've been seeing online lately, and it's this movement against Yahoo boys.
Okay.
So it says,
we have that before.
Simi started it. So Simi came out to say. Simi.
She was fighting with Naira Marley or something, or someone.
So this my me and this. Whenever I see an artist come out voice such a thing, I always just be like, I beg, because a lot of them are embodied. You know the way we say like hip hop here is really intertwined with like the drug world. Yeah, a lot of them are intertwined with this Yahoo culture. Like, so there's Simi came out and said, Yahoo boy, she doesn't like it. Is blah blah blah. And then she said, if you're a Yahoo boy, don't buy my CDs, because they would say Yahoo boys were arguing. They were saying they didn't like her, so she said, yeah, don't buy my CDs and stuff like that. And I understand that's perfectly fine. So people started to
bash her?
not, well, some people bashed. So some people's reason, and it shows how deep rooted this thing is. Some people's reasoning of why people do Yahoo. Some people said, oh, Yahoo boys are the reason why money circulates around the globe. Femi Kuti came out today to say he can never respect Yahoo boys, that Yahoo boys take money from people, but then they're quick to go spend it on the white man and buy like the Gucci stuff and this thing. But then, at the end of the day, ask Femi Kuti where his car is from. Is it not probably is a Euro foreign car? Ask him.
Yeah, but he's not getting his funds.
But at the end of the day, but then also is people that come to the shrine, how many of them does he ask them what they do? But so I understand. Like that stance, I feel like
I see what you're saying. It's going to be very hard to say you want to take a moral high ground,
but you're not doing anything.
Yahoo money.
So if it came to stance, if he did a stance and said, "Hey, if I see you in my shrine and it looks like you're doing Yahoo or you're fraud, we're kicking you out," that's a stance.
Right.
Even see me saying, "Don't buy my CDs." If you say, "Look, if we see you in my show," which you can't do, obviously, but if they take a proper stance where you're like, "Look, this is a," and then the thing is, a lot of these people seem to be talking to faceless people.
I was gonna say, who's the?
They never really point a finger at one person or take a stance and say, "Oh, Mr. Man, you're the number one name we say as a fraudster." They're always throwing shade, you know. And for me, it's like
for all we know, they could be standing right next to each
other. Yes, do you understand? To the person, and it's like, yeah. So it's like, what have you done in your team self to show that, oh, this Yahoo boys would use their Yahoo money to buy things like phones and stuff and sell it to these people for cheap price.
Yeah.
So they're intertwined. Like there are a lot of them intertwined. So anyways,
a lot of Lagos economy is run by Yahoo boys,
and they don't take this same stance with politicians too. Yahoo is very bad, and like to be honest, like there was only one Yahoo guy I knew, and he went to jail, and I was like, well, guys, it was coming. You know, that's your headache. Do you understand? But like, I've never once would like look at him and envy him and say, dang, I want that life, or have him explain to me why he's doing Yahoo, because to me it just seemed like an easy way out. Right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yahoo boys will pop bottles for you in the club, but I always said, man, I never run away from that. If they want to pop bottles for me, that's your idea. But it's like, you can't justify to me why you're doing fraud. Because it's illegal to start off with. You can't justify and tell me. So Naramali came out to say,
Naramali is an artist.
He's an artist. So he came out to first of all, he said something about Simi. I can't remember what he said, and then he came out and said he saw Simi at homecoming and she ignored him or something like that.
What to do with anything?
And then I don't know. And I guess he said she was assaulted. And then he came out to say if you're something about slavery, mixing slavery in with that, if you think was a crime or something like that. Like,
yeah, he said something about, I think
he should have tried to tie it with slavery. And
so I think the point that he might have been trying to make is that if you've been in slavery, that
two wrongs don't make it right.
You would understand why. I guess
maybe meaning poverty and all that,
something like that. Maybe in a way he's trying to
like
say
no choice,
people
kinda.
Almost are left with no choice. And we've talked about this before.
I mean, right.
But here is one thing, right? I don't want to discourage people, because if people decide that, you know,
he said if you know about slavery, you go no say Yahoo no be crime.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he said.
And that's if you've been in slavery before, and you will understand why people do it.
Meaning they're desperate. They have no choice but to get into that crime. That's like saying here, people who have no choice but to get into the drug game.
Yeah, there's so
no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, because over here there's still opportunities to an extent.
Yeah, but this guy,
I mean, compared to the
economy,
Nigeria.
But look at this guy. But look at your mindset is different now. The guys go down the street of Baltimore now. As much as we're saying this economy, as much as all of us here are making decent money, you know, many people down the street are not making a tenth of what you're making. Do you understand? Like, and they've been in this country longer before you. You understand? So what happened? The mindset too plays a part. Circumstances, mindset. All you know, that's all you know.
Right.
But you see, 419, we glorify it a lot, and the things that they don't see.
So would you agree that maybe we need to definitely stop?
But that's where we need to, and that's where the stop.
Because we have a lot.
You cannot come and say, you cannot come and be saying, don't buy my. You have to first of all educate people.
Right.
You see, here's the thing in Yahoo. People think, I see cases where they'll be like, someone comes out and starts lamenting about how all his life savings is gone. And it looks like banks in Nigeria are not yet at the stage where they where they refund you. Yahoo boys have taken my money before in this BOA now, but BOA gave my money back when they found out I wasn't
insurance.
involved.
They're
Yeah,
insured.
yeah, and they were like, "Oh shit," and they took my money. Yeah, you know, but in Nigeria, they take your life savings and that's it.
And that's it.
And
but that's not only it. Also, just so I was reading something online where it's like even people that want to do business outside of Nigeria,
so that's
it's that much harder.
That's what I'm saying.
For them
So that's
to do.
yes.
Why? Because we've created this reputation of Nigerians and banking.
Anytime my dad wants to do business with someone here in Nigeria, he has to refer me.
Right.
He has to go through me.
They always have to go
because I'm
America.
contact here and I live here.
So it's almost
so
that
he
much
will
harder
put
to do business with an outside world.
Yeah, so he'll put
The
my name
effects of
down,
Yahoo
number. Yeah,
they're very.
It's deeper than just taking someone's money.
They're very debilitating.
It is actually spoiling the economy,
and that's why I feel
and
like
they don't see it.
We need to listen to these people that are looking to take a stance. Yes, we can criticize and say, okay, maybe
the way they are taking
the way you're going about it.
Yeah.
We can always do that.
I mean, but you have to start somewhere, though.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You have to start somewhere, and I don't want us to lose this energy. I don't want this to just be a trending.
It will.
Where it's just done.
It will,
just
because
to show face.
Wait, we'll finish though. But you see, so you talk about the business aspect, and that's why I'm saying it's about education. You know, internet has shown that you can get a lot of information, and internet has also shown that there are a lot of misinformed people in the world, and there are also a lot of dumb people in the world, and they're gullible people too. When people post things about somebody took my money, you see comments saying, well, what's my business? Me that I don't have up to 50K in my account. Because it's always this, it cannot happen to me syndrome. Until it does. And it shouldn't have to happen to you to feel the pain.
You feel bad, right?
That's how I feel about a lot of situations that it might not ever happen to me. But the one time it did happen to me, it wasn't, to me, the money wasn't a lot, and I got my money back. But there's some people that's their life savings. There's some people and then the level of poverty in that country is so deep that, first of all, a lot of these girls don't want Yahoo boys to stop. That's the main source of their lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know, so I saw something.
It's a cycle. There are people reliant on it.
They say the Yahoo boys provide more for the community than the government. But you also know that we can't really measure how much business. You know how many businesses have been lost that could have actually helped the community legit because of it too. So you can't. We don't. We don't look at Nigerians. Think about they're more damaged than good. And the thing about Nigerians is that we think about today. In Nigerian, we will think about making 50K today than making 50 million next year, because it's like, guy, that 50 million next year no sure. 50K today is sure.
The same thing can be said by the government now. Like all the things, infrastructure that should be put into the system.
Yeah, the government too. But you see, they worship these boys, because the Yahoo boy will come and give you peanuts and give you money here and there. The girls, they'll buy them bags. You see, there was a prominent boy that people say is Yahoo, and I remember first-hand information. Someone that was there was like, they saw an actress leave his hotel room.
Oh, wow.
And the guy's response to them was, guy, don't worry, man. That's how they do. Oh. Like, basically, a lot of this, girls. There's an actress somebody put up today. She just took delivery of a G-Wagon. And somebody said, this girl, she's an actress, Regina something. I don't know how. She might be making legit money, but she's an actress. She has a mansion. She has, like, 4 luxury cars. And From acting. And, my take with all these actresses, I always use the Mr. Ibus as an example. It's a guy that you can never have done as many movies as this guy has done. Right. Or even them Ramsey Noah and the RMDs. But a lot of these people have more money than them. What's going on? Are you telling me that someone, and a lot of them just come with this tag of actress. But what I've heard also with this, and my issue with this actress, and they can come and, if any of them can come and, all these people can come and tell me to my face, I won't believe them. Because what I've also heard and I've seen is that someone got to tell about his friend's popsy that is a billionaire. There are a lot of billionaires in Nigeria that people don't know about. His friend popsy is a billionaire. He mentioned all the actresses that man gives money to on a daily basis. As
like one's girl.
Like yes, that he knocks and gives money to.
Wow.
He's a politician though.
He's not, I don't think he's in politics.
So, but is he a Yahoo guy?
No, he's an old guy now, old money now.
So how is this related to Yahoo?
No.
I'm talking about
just general.
General. So when they have that. Someone was telling me about how even the rich girls in Lagos are into this collecting money from people. So the people they benefit from the most now are Yahoo boys. Yahoo boys are the ones that actually have their time.
Right.
All these strippers you see in Houston flying to Lagos, they think we're Yahoo boys. All these so-called Yahoo boys, when you gonna see their page.
Well, by the way, what's Jordan Wood?
I don't know what Jordan Wood is doing.
It's
Is this guy that took her?
festival.
Is this guy that took her?
It was,
Skepta. Homecoming. Homecoming.
Is she
Skepta.
dating
Yeah.
Skepta?
I don't know. But Skepta that took her there. But you see a lot
that
of
girl now. Something. What the
it's
hell
one
is
other
her
girl.
name?
But you
Gloria
see a lot of these people. So that it's become a culture.
Which girl?
She was it's her festival. I forget her name.
Homecoming. Gloria
Gloria,
she's
whatever her name
Skepta's
Artist?
she's related to Skepta.
Sister
Grace
or cousin.
Agilore. No, not Grace.
Agilore.
Gloria.
No, sorry.
Grace?
It's not Grace.
No.
No, that's another one. That's the one that's not funny. No. Is it Ladoja or something like that? Yeah.
That's it.
She's related to governor
Yeah.
or former governor of Oyo State, Ladoja.
Wait, which Ladoja?
Grace Ladoja, that's her name.
And I think she and Skepta
It's a Nike thing,
cousins or something. Yeah,
Really?
Nike and Homecoming.
So who?
Skepta does a festival every year in Lagos.
Yeah.
So,
and she's
no.
the one. She's the.
She works for
she runs it for him.
She runs it
something
for
like
him.
that, yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's not like an artist, or anything.
No. She's the one.
like a
I think she's the
model
one
or
that
something.
she's. I don't know what she is, but she's into
I
this.
know Ladoja now. He was governor
of
Yeah,
Oyo State,
Oyo
yes.
State.
So-
But she's the face of
So,
the
but
kind
this
of
thing has
the
become.
running
But this thing
or
has become the
whatever.
culture. So you have when.
I'm curious.
Let me find it.
Well, you have this thing that is a culture where this rich men go out there and give this ladies money. And I'm sorry that ladies are attacking. You know, I saw something today where some girl said, if you find that finding a guy that can afford your appetite is like, you know, like the best thing ever. And somebody responded and said, why don't you guys always pray for yourself? Do you understand? Like the truth is that you guys are always praying to find a man.
She kind of looks like Tiwa Savage.
You guys are always praying to find a man that can take care of your
Why can't you
expensive
take
thing.
care
Why
of
can't you
yourself?
find a man that can take care of you? I mean, why can't you take care of yourself? Do you understand? Like that, and that mindset is still there. So when you have this rich man that also this actors just come and you see them driving the best of cars. So when those ones are not doing their job, when those ones are not giving them money, the next set of people is Yahoo boys. Yahoo boys are the ones who easily throw money.
So wait, so what I'm wondering where you're going with this. So what?
So it's part of the culture.
It's a cultural.
So
thing.
it's part of the culture.
It can't go away. It's
Rich girls
in the culture,
embrace.
So, but we need to start.
So how do you
We
now
need to
stop
How
it?
do you stop it?
We need
So
to start.
the girls want the money from the guys.
Yes.
The guys want the money for the girls.
Yes.
So that's why you now start finding people that are stealing pants.
But you know, at least
No.
we can start by first not promoting that stuff.
But you
anymore.
can't stop promoting it.
We have to.
So
We
okay,
have
so
to
let's go
start
back to the Naira thing. So he posted. So Tunde Edno comes out and says, this thing you posted is not good. Like you should don't say this. Don't say this thing. You know that it's not good. Shaq came against a stance against, which is a good thing to do. His boy that is always sucking his dick, Davido, was the first person to comment. But I don't know if Davido saw Tunde's comment or not, because it wasn't like a response to it. But the screenshot they put, it was like Tunde's comment, and Davido was like, nobody holy pass. That nobody holy pass mentality is part of what a lot of people are keeping quiet.
And we need to speak
nobody
out
only
against it.
pass. Then Zanku guy, Zlatan, I beg no kill us. You know that's the meaning of Zanku. Zlatan, I beg no kill us. Yeah, Zanku, Zlatan came to talk about it too.
I think I heard that
and
before.
then Naramali came back at Tunde to say Tunde does a weekly giveaway. Where through his page, people give him money to give out to Nigerians. They say, guy, all this weekly giveaway you do, most of your money is coming from Yahoo boys. And you're always shouting out that people should go and follow these people. And that's the truth. That's why you can't find people abuse Yahoo boys. Because if at the top, the girls runs girls and the guys and everybody and they're all enjoying it. At the bottom too,
People want to enjoy
on
it too.
weekly basis, you guys flood all these giveaway pages and you win 10K, 20K here, 30K here. So you now say no.
All right. So we'll see where this
It's not
goes.
going anywhere.
We'll see where this goes.
It's not going anywhere.
You're skeptical.
I know it's not going anywhere. This guy, there's so much
I want
in
to
the
be
economy.
optimistic. But
Until
what I would
Nigeria
tell
economy
you is that
changes,
until the
it's not going
mindset and the
anywhere.
economy
Yeah.
changes.
No, we can't wait for that. We don't know when that's gonna happen.
But that means
might
no.
never happen
that
in
may
our
never
lifetime.
happen. Now
That
that's
means that
there.
was
But we
never
have to
gonna
start. We
stop.
have to
Yeah,
start
will you
somewhere, don't
criticize
we?
something you benefit from?
No, we have to start somewhere. Is what I'm saying.
So
We have
what's
to
the start?
somewhere, and we start by first taking the stance by first saying, okay, let's not even promote this thing. Let's not make this thing look cool.
How do you not promote it? Yahoo was one of the biggest songs.
Yeah, and then we start that way. Look, we're laughing at this.
Yahoo was one of the biggest songs. It's like saying don't promote drugs in hip hop music. Don't. I think Jonathan calling Powell.
I just explained to you. I just explained to you how this. Let me finish. I just explained to you how this thing has effects on us, even doing business outside of Nigeria.
Yes. So do you think they care?
People trying to no, and that's what I'm saying. Like so yes, you're just saying we shouldn't do anything.
No, I'm not saying we shouldn't do anything. Okay, let me ask you a question.
I see what you're saying.
Do you think? Let me tell you something. That Davido writing "Nobody Holy Pass" has validated so many people.
Then it shouldn't validate.
Do you think that guy cares about
it? It shouldn't
Yahoo?
validate it, and that's fucked up.
You think he cares?
You shouldn't validate it. You
But
shouldn't
it's
validate it. I get it.
thing.
You know, I've already come out before and I already said, look, I get that. Look, I'm not just going to judge people that do Yahoo because a lot of times
it's the same thing you're saying now. You say you don't want to judge them.
Yes, a lot of them they don't have options. But let's first start.
Guy, I don't believe that bullshit.
A lot of them don't have options now.
That no option thing, it can be used for any situation in that case.
No, but
in
Nigeria is a different. Have you seen poverty in Nigeria?
Okay, exactly. So eradicate poverty first.
So poverty here.
So eradicate the poverty.
Look, sir, can I tell you something? If you live in America, chances are you are top 10% in the world, in the globe.
Eradicate the poverty.
Whole different,
I understand.
Different level of poverty.
So we have
Nigeria.
to eradicate that poverty first.
Yeah, we have to first start by changing the mentality, and by changing mentality, we have to start by
I think
but you can't
not
change mentality
promoting.
Somebody said something that my working worker is saying. Somebody said they should attack brands to stop sponsoring this artist. But here's the thing: do you not go and say Pepsi stop sponsoring Davido because he said nobody holy pass, or stop sponsoring Davido because we think he's entangled in?
I don't know about that whole cancel.
That's the problem. So that can't work. Or Pepsi, Zlatan said this, or Naira Marley said this. That can't work too.
Let's first start by acknowledging that. Let's first start by acknowledging that what Davido posted that
it's not good.
Is goofy shit.
It is goofy.
It's goofy shit.
It is goofy, and that's their mentality. He put up something. There's something I saw the other day on his thing, and it's not like I'm trying to attack this dude, but I saw something on his page where some guy supposedly scammed a lady over money, and he kind of like took a screenshot of the post and like put laughing eyes and wrote legend.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And it's like, guy, it's jokes and all, but nobody says you should be someone's role model. But unfortunately, you do know that the situation, the hand life has dealt you, which is a very wonderful hand, puts you in a stance where a lot of these people take what you say, like, you see, Davido is saying this. It's okay, that's validating a lot of people. And I understand, unfortunately, you can't live a regular life anymore. You can't live a regular life anymore. Do you understand?
Right.
Like, you can't. And that was going on with the politics thing that other time and everything. This is what I think should happen. I think brands cannot stop. First of all, because you guys are not even telling them a name. You guys are just throwing subliminals out there. Right. They're saying, oh, why is this saying this? Why should this one not say this? Even the Zlatan guy that came to comment, he still said, I don't do Yahoo, but I know Yahoo people. And I think he even wrote a verse on a song recently, and he's going to use it to trend again on another dance.
Yeah. But I'm glad at least we started the conversation. And you know what? But not only, we can't just look at, Daddy Freeze said this because I was watching that little clip. He said, we can't just look at the Yahoo boys. We also have to start giving that same energy to the politicians.
That's what I'm saying, and that is where the problem. Let me tell you something. Do you know that a politician knows that he doesn't have to do his job because these Yahoo boys are giving money to the street? There's less pressure on him. So that energy of Simi saying, and this is not an attack to Simi or Femi Kuti or Rugged Man writing this whole thing, because Rugged Man is like an activist now that he does this whole sorry stuff. Yeah, this whole thing, take it to the guys at the top. Right. Today, I just saw, the other day I saw Olamide taking a picture with Dapo Abiodun, the incoming governor of Ogun, is it Ogun or Osun, one of those states? I think it's Osun.
No, you can't.
Davido's uncle is fighting for Osun, right? Yeah, so it's Ogun State.
Osun,
Ogun is the one next to Lagos. Ogun State, and making same moves, blah blah. When that idiot that was governor of Ibadan, Oyo State, came governor, he put Nice as his youth ambassador.
Are you serious?
Yes, now. Nice that is older than everybody inside his phone put together. When sports minister is putting the band and 10 years as this thing, a lot of these people are intertwined with these politicians. Yeah. If they really want to take a stance, these are the people they should. But they cannot. Yeah. But they cannot.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Those are the people they keep trying.
I don't like it whenever politicians bring all these
if you know that
entertainers and celebrities,
if you know that
to almost kind of like validate.
Yeah,
them.
so if you know that Olamide has
cool.
access to
That's
Dapo
goofy shit.
Abiodun, if you know that Davido has access to his uncle, if his uncle does eventually win that race, and any other celebrity has access to the, do you know how many big men Don Jazzy know? Do you know how many big men Banky W knows? Why don't you go and call these people and say, hey man, why is it do your time you come out is for your own need?
I remember Don Jazzy did take a stance.
The only person that took a stance was this him and Two-Face. I see what they did to Two-Face.
Yeah.
Doing Occupy Nigeria. It was Two-Face.
Yeah.
Doing Occupy Nigeria, that time I remember that was when the band stopped his whole politics bullshit, because the band had campaigned for the president, and then when Occupy Nigeria started, they were attacking the band.
Yeah.
Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We need to continue doing that. Put pressure on them.
We need to get rid of obviously
Education. If they educate the public,
the
poverty, eradicate poverty. Well, you can't eradicate it,
that's
but
not gonna
reduce
But
poverty.
at least, right.
Yeah, alleviate it to an extent,
Because
corruption, obviously, that has to be, but then we have to. I'm glad that we started this conversation
girl
about 419
who sees,
because we need to remove that stigma from
yeah,
Nigeria.
but if that girl who sees the
terrible.
actress driving a brand new car understands that with hard work she can also get a car, she's not gonna care how that woman got her car, and she's not gonna try and find that road to get a car. You know, if the guy who is seeing Hush Puppy doing his stuff knows that with hard work and dedication, he can also get, might not be a Bentley or whatever, but he can be comfortable. He's not going to be thinking, can I steal pants? He's not going to be thinking, who has laptop? He's not going to be thinking that.
calling them out, child. We need to stop.
I can call out Yahoo boys because they're not of any benefit to me.
you,
praising
right.
them.
Do you understand?
You're in a privileged position,
Exactly.
that's
So
the
and that's why.
Yeah.
So I can imagine if I'm not.
Yeah, and I'll
My
also
mindset-
acknowledge that yes, I am.
So
to an
if we
extent,
take them
compared
out
to
of
people in Nigeria.
a situation where their mind is so, they're so relaxed. Guys, you should see the number of beggars on Instagram, Nigerian beggars.
so sad.
If you post if I want to get, I have like 500 followers right now. If I want to get 20,000 by tomorrow, I can go to the ATM and change $1,000 and say I'm doing giveaway, and I'll split it 10,000 naira. That's like how many dollars? Maybe $10 or whatever. And I'll split that 1,000 naira, and people just say follow me. I just send to them a message, say I want to do giveaway. Tell them to follow me. And that's how desperate people are for 10,000 naira. How much is 10,000 naira? $10.
We'll get there. We'll
Or
get
$20.
And I'm not trying to say there's one simple solution, but it's good that we started the conversation.
Speaking of Nigeria.
Speaking of Nigeria and stigmas, did you guys hear about Trump's new policy that he's proposing?
So he's trying to do this thing where it's not just Nigeria, Syria alone, and all these other countries, where to come to the country you have to put money down. If you don't leave,
Like a
they
bond.
take your money.
That's stupid. That won't work.
Like a
Nigeria will
bond.
forfeit that money, man.
That will, and Nigerians
They will forfeit the
that
money.
Do you even know? You just get an
easily.
influx of Yahoo boys that you're running away from. Nah, that wouldn't work.
I feel like the minute
That's a very stupid idea.
The minute Trump starts enacting any kind of policies, people are going to panic and they're going to say, this might be our last chance. And then
They'll
you
just
probably
come
see
out.
like a rush of
Is
people that come here
the
and
US
never go back.
First of all, how much would the money be? Number one. And number two, do you know how much money the US already makes from application fees?
I mean,
You
all
to,
those
to,
things.
to even naturalize here is not cheap.
It's not.
I wonder how much they make from that Niger embassy.
Yeah. So
That shit is crazy.
guy, all these things.
You never went to the Nigerian embassy.
As a
and
kid,
and
back in the day.
but you weren't born here. You got okay. I thought
But
Dude,
no,
that-
we went to get the passport and everything because my dad's a
Passport.
citizen. So
Oh,
we just
okay.
went to
so those people and the way they treat you at that
messed
embassy
up.
is. But they make a lot of money.
They
You know how many
make-
people they
they make-
deny
they
2,
do.
3, 4, 5 times,
They
and
do.
Wow.
within like a certain period of years, and it's not free now.
I was looking at it. I wanted to do research into it one time. I wanted to see how many people they give.
Yeah,
visas
every
to
day is
versus
how many people
that
show
they
up.
get. I wonder what the rate is.
Wow.
It wouldn't even work.
But
what
it
you're
has to be
saying.
public information.
They make money.
It has to be. And
Dude,
right, it's,
there's a study of how much you make
Department
to
of
be
St-
if you want to naturalize. I think
state or
it's like
something.
if you want to naturalize, it's like $3,000.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like $3,000.
Oh wow.
You got to pay
Wait,
so many
how
fees.
much? What do you mean?
Like if you want
If
to,
you've been
if
here
you're
for a long
adjusting
time
your
and all
status
that, yeah.
here,
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
okay. If you have a
because
green
you
card
pay.
already, I know that. But
No, if you're trying,
No,
if you're
that
trying
kinda-
to
that
get,
kinda
if you're
apply,
trying
'cause I had a
to
green
get,
card
if you're trying
before.
to get a green card, like you're trying to adjust your status.
Okay.
Because they were saying something during that time. They were saying, send them back and everything. The whole Mexican people and the DACA and everything. So people can report and say, "Do you guys even know how much these people actually spend? The ones that actually do get their green cards that you want to revoke, that it's like $3,000.
Wow.
And then you do medical. you do, which is not cheap.
I mean, physical.
It's blood work, and
you have to do
medical to know that you don't have.
Wait, for the DACA recipients?
No, not DACA, for green card.
To get a green
to get
card.
to know that you don't have tuberculosis and all that bullshit.
So not bringing disease to their
so
country,
you do even if you've been here for 50 years. TB test, all that stuff, they will do it to you, and then you do physical too.
Wow.
To make sure you know any sort of liability to the economy.
Wait, and this is for someone that's
wants to naturalize that transition into the US as from any other status into a green card. So let's say pull up the numbers.
Before I get my citizenship.
Where did you get a green card?
When did I get my green card?
Before you came here?
No, after I got here.
And then when did you transition? When was this?
Like 10 years ago.
I'm talking about 10 years ago. I'm talking about when Trump got into office. They were talking about this Mexican people and everything. The money was a lot. The money was a lot. It was like they said.
He's trying to raise
some of them use lawyers. Yeah. Lawyer to slap you another 4-5 grand. Yeah. Do you understand? They'll hit you hard. Yeah. So.
Did you pay lawyer fees?
Me? No.
So they'll hit you hard, and the thing about these people is that's one person. Now imagine a family of 5.
I think I only pay like application fees.
Imagine a family of 5. So the application fees they say the prices are gone up by like a lot of percentage. Wow. So it's like for these people, each person, and that doesn't guarantee it though, right? Because then you have to have a benefactor that makes.
Wait. A benefactor meaning a citizen that's already here?
That is here, really? Or someone that has a green card.
Yes, that makes. But that one has always
been
there.
Makes.
So you two had to get a benefactor.
My parents are a benefactor.
Okay. I see,
you no, but where are your parents? Are they citizens here?
They were.
Okay, so you need that, and that makes somebody. You can use a friend, you can use a stranger, but the person has to make a certain amount of money.
Wow.
So I think it's like if you're a poor person can. So it's like you have to be above the poverty line. Right. And then it's like if they have five people in their family, they'll add you as the 6th family member. So you have to be above the poverty line for 6 people.
I see
or whatever.
The point because it's like
so it's not cheap. So it's not easy already. It's a business. It's a business.
I have a cousin that hit me up recently, and he's looking to make the transition. Nigeria. It's funny because this is a funny story.
Is he trying to come as in? Well, don't let's snitch. But is he trying to come as in visit and stay?
No. He wants to see what his options are to come here. I mean, he's a civil engineer. He's like he's
okay. So he has options. If educated, it's easier.
He's educated. But it's funny because he hit me up. Right, he's like my younger cousin, and he hit me up. He's like, he wanted to find out. Okay. Maybe going through the whole getting into the Navy or the Army. So he was asking me about like what it takes.
Well, I heard that's not even guaranteed, right?
No, I think that's the fastest route to a passport.
It's a very fast route.
It's the fastest route.
But it's
just you have to be in the army for a certain number of years.
But they've taken passports back from some of them that filed that was a big thing back then.
Trump, though.
Right now.
That's what I'm saying. This Trump guy is really,
now he's doing whatever he wants. They took back passports from soldiers. That's fucked up.
I
fought for your country and now you're taking back your passports. Fuck you.
Trump
what?
is not saying, man.
So, but then he was asking me, and I was like, Navy, okay, can you swim? He's like,
Navy was a good road. Someone suggested Navy to
I know
was telling me about Navy. He said the reason he liked Navy was because
they don't go anywhere now.
No, even when they go, they are going to Spain. They are going to go and be chilling with beautiful women one time. Like, they don't do shit.
Yeah.
You're on the boat.
So they're usually on the boat for long hours. So I asked him, I was like, look, can you swim? He's like, no. I was like, also you have to be comfortable just being on the boat for long periods of time.
I'm sure a Nigerian person.
The next day.
He already found.
No, next day he sent me a picture. He was in the pool. he had those floaties.
He learned to swim.
He
sent me a picture. He was like,
somewhere, man.
Brother, I've already started learning.
It starts from
I was like, I ain't even mad at you, yo.
I saw.
But see how sad that is that Trump is using all this against your own country.
I saw.
What kind of country is it that Trump was like, no, I don't want y'all niggas in my country. Like that's how bad Nigeria is that bad that he's like, I don't want y'all. Yeah. He's not saying that to one of Scandinavian countries now.
I think he's also looking at I think what they did was they looked at the countries that were the biggest.
But you see,
people that are running away.
But speaking of this moving thing, I randomly stumbled across this page. There's this girl who was talking about Nigerians should not go and study abroad in England. Mm-hmm. And this other guy made a reaction to kind of agreeing with her, and I found it a very interesting thing because it's something I tell people to. Well, when you go to study in England, first it was expensive, but number two, they don't give you opportunity to blend into the society. It's you do your school, you go back. Like some of them, your visa even expires before your graduation.
Oh damn!
So you have to go back
and then
come back or beg them for like a stay. You know,
England
it's short
They
stay.
don't play.
They don't play,
and they also they don't have the birth rule
anymore. 10
go,
years or something. You have to stay there, right?
Then so you know it's a lot of people go there with the intentions of I'm going to go like a lot of people I know that went to school in England. Probably I don't think there's anybody left. The ones that are left are the citizens. Like I don't think there's anybody. They've all gone. All of them with their Inuit accent, they have gone back. Like everybody that it's hot in here. Yeah, they'll not be doing it in Lagos. Like you see that they'll be back in Lagos for 6 years. They'll still be doing it. Yeah, that's not tough, man. You're in Lagos longer than you'll be in London. You're still doing it. Yeah, but so this guy ended up sharing stories. So I stumbled upon this guy's page. I think his name is like Franklin or something. He's like a British Nigerian guy, and he started sharing stories and advice to people who are trying to transition. And like I was hearing some of the stories, was saying this thing's actually tough for people. Like he was giving an example. So what people do is they get visiting visa and they say, let me just get to London now. I will sort myself out.
Not knowing.
But he was giving an educational thing where it's trying to let people understand that the system in the Western world is not like the system in Nigeria.
Right.
First of all, you can't work. To work, you need work visas and you need bank accounts. This guy don't have the
work permit
or something. You need work permit. You need a bank account for direct deposit. You know, and stuff like that. So what I mean is, anybody here, do we collect cash as your paycheck?
No.
Exactly.
True.
So, then to get a bank account, you need
papers.
Back in the days, you could Corey, he's coming. Back in the days, you could open a bank account without anything.
Yeah.
But now they'll ask you to bring address of US.
Yeah,
they'll ask you to bring all that stuff.
Speaking of,
they'll ask you to do.
Did you see the new thing they're doing now with your ID, Maryland state license? But by 2020, we all have to go get a new one. And
again?
Yes.
How many times, man?
And
I heard about that.
They already forced me to get one already with their new security seal and all that
that's
bullshit.
The new one. When did you get it? This year?
No, this is new.
Another one again?
If you didn't get it this year, then it's not new.
So and to get this one, you have to show 3 identity things: your social security card or passport or birth certificate, and address that has a bill from your residence.
But if we do that one, that's what you do the first time you get a license now.
No,
to renew
now
it
you
now.
have to bring
They first sent message saying the security seal.
That
the one, before they will print it for you
at
the spot. Now you have to go order
now.
it. But now they want to do it again.
Yes. By 2020, you have to, everything has to be.
There's just money. Someone's just looking for money.
I think it's Trump's way of trying to
crack down on
a lot of this stuff. Yeah.
You know they are doing also. There's this. But let me go back finish the stuff. So the guy now gave. So now said what some people in England do is that they let people use their papers.
That's dangerous.
So this is dangerous. But then not only do they let people use their papers, they now end up being like, okay, you're using my papers to work.
You have to pay me.
And you're using my bank account. And then I realized that you're making £2,000 a month. I say, okay, I want to start collecting £800 from you.
They will extort them.
They start extorting them. Then he now gave a story of a guy sent to him. It was like, this man is Ghanaian. And he and his wife and daughter were living in a 2-bedroom house. And his younger brother was like, he wanted to come from Ghana. So he had like their version of green card first. And then I think it's like called indefinite leave to stay or something like that. And then he ended up getting his passport. So when his brother came, he was like, okay, he'll give his brother
his passport,
the green card thing, which is illegal. But I was like, I'll give it to you. You go find work, everything, and then get on your feet and then sort yourself out. Until he then found out that his brother was using it to open loans, collect credit cards here and there. So he went to meet his brother and said, "Guy, give me my stuff." My brother said, "No."
It's such a vulnerable place.
It was like, hold on. It was like, no. It was like, and if you try any rubbish, I'll tell you immigration. All of us are going back to Ghana. And then, but what had happened was in his house. So in his house, so he already had his daughter's room. He gave it up to his brother. So his daughter was now sleeping with the parents. So only for the guy to find out for 3 years, this guy has been knocking his wife too.
What kind of brother is this?
In between. So it's like, it's been like, and it's a situation where he can't get his stuff back. The brother's like, look, you have your passport, guy. You don't disturb
me. I can report it stolen. Why can't I report it stolen?
Because when they catch the brother, he's going to say,
snitching on his ass like crazy.
But a lot of people, and the guy also mentioned that some people they will tell you that, come to England, I'll host you everything, and that people will fly in.
Because they want to.
No, but not even that people will fly in, and that you get to the airport and you call the person, never pick up. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, so he was trying to give advice that you gotta be careful when you want to move.
The whole thing is Nigeria needs to fix.
Nigeria needs to fix.
People shouldn't be going through all.
Do you see the guy that was
bullshit.
talking about lawyer doctors? I said it was on the minister. It was like all the doctors that are leaving, they can leave. It doesn't matter that Nigeria has many doctors.
You're talking about the Minister of Health.
The Minister of something.
He said that.
He said that. Yeah, I don't know if it was health, but I think he said they can leave. He said that it's even good that the money they are making, they're sending it back to Nigeria.
He was saying that he doesn't think there's a brain drain. That we have more than enough.
Yeah, we have more than enough doctors.
So him, if he gets sick, is he going to say
leave
Nigeria?
idiots. And so these are the people. These are the people that we need to. These are people we need to hold. These are people we need to hold accountable, because when these people do their jobs, it was like, and I know a man who was a doctor. He went to the abroad. Now he opens one of the best clinics. So now you're relying on someone to open a private clinic for you in your own country. When as government you don't want to open clinics, so you're waiting for individuals to go to America, make money, come back and open clinics, and you're saying, well, that's the benefit. Those so-called
clinics are not even good.
They're not even. Yeah, they're not even good.
People die from
so
you know basic things.
But that's just
It's unfortunate. But we're due for a break now, Jerry. Let's take a quick break. Wale, can you introduce this
guy? Yeah, I've played this guy before. His name is Wonder Banton.
Yeah, I remember.
It's called that song was African Woman, but this song is called Farabale by Wonder Banton. Yo, cheat. Just you gotta pause it. Pause it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So I think I might have found that video I was looking for. But you know what? I'm gonna search it. But before we do, let's get into these Osundairo brothers, man.
For people who don't know who those are, this
guy is still looking for this.
He's still looking.
Did she?
That's it.
All right,
Did she?
No, but don't play it yet.
So those are the two brothers involved with Jussie Smollett, right?
Yes.
So now they're suing him?
They're suing him.
For what?
They're saying he lied against them.
That what?
Basically the lawyer, Mark Garagos. Remember when I was telling you that Mark Garagos was talking some shit on this radio station, talking about the fact that the brothers, one of them may have been gay or something like that, and talking about the fact that they really might have attacked him.
Right.
Pretty much trying to make it seem like Jussie wasn't lying. So they're coming out and they're realizing that it's bad business for them, because if what Jussie is saying is true, right?
Right.
And if you look and you see that Jussie did get off, right? The implication of that is that these guys are out here attacking people.
Yeah, but anything happened to them?
Nothing happened. But Jussie didn't
spoiling
technically get
business for
off
them.
because he wasn't even charged.
I know. But it's
them,
damaging their reputation.
But if I was them,
because there's still this cloud. No, it's that, and the fact that there's still this cloud that maybe they might
if
have.
If anything, they're more popular.
But
I was gonna say, if I was them, my advice to you guys
it's not going to help them.
My advice to you guys
get jobs.
What job were they getting before? What were they doing?
That one that I was doing acting of Wakanda.
But it doesn't matter now.
But I understand what you're saying.
No,
because there's a thing we always forget. People who tend to trend for anything negative,
they have to go back to their lives. They have to go back to
normal lives, and so people remember the names, But if I were them, my defense would be to let people know that there's a reason why I'm free on the streets. Like I didn't do shit,
exactly. You didn't do
but
anything.
obviously, you might not even be able to get into the conversation to tell them that stuff like that.
I didn't do shit. I just painted. I just put MAGA hats on my face.
He didn't do it. They didn't do it. They didn't say they did it.
Yeah, but
they don't be charged for it.
There's this cloud of doubt, is what I'm saying.
And that's why I know that Jussie Smollett is a
all
liar.
We all know they didn't do it
because the way the police are hungry to arrest somebody. If
don't
Smollett,
people too, though.
But that's what I'm saying. The way they are hungry to arrest somebody. If Smollett was innocent, they'll have gone after those two boys by now.
Right.
The fact that those two boys did not spend time there, they know those boys.
But that's because of our public.
Innocent people work on this shit. OJ, man.
Right. So
people do. Allegedly.
They're not gonna win anything. Though.
Innocent people.
Was it libel?
But
I think they might.
But
the
only problem where they might lose out is this is the problem where they might lose out with. When you want to sue somebody, you have to have the money for it.
Right. They don't have.
If you're trying to sue somebody that is more expensive, that has more money.
You can find lawyers that.
Hopefully they are good. Hopefully
that
they're
would forgo
good.
the
But what
money
lawyer will
and
touch
hopefully
that, though?
get their money on the back.
What
On the
lawyer
back,
will
yeah,
touch that, though?
yeah.
That's the thing.
They have a
You know, if you have a
There's
strong
lady-
case and your lawyer is
gave
good
a statement.
enough,
You guys didn't see
yeah.
the press statement. She
I
gave a
haven't
press
been paying
statement. She's
attention,
serious
really.
about this. Like she's
Okay.
coming for them. She's coming
But
for
on what
Jussie.
grounds? And
on,
what? Libel?
I think it's something that has to do with like just messing their car.
But
their
but
character.
then
So
but here's the
Bible.
thing.
My
But here's the
Bible,
thing.
yeah.
But here's the thing. So
But it's hard. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But here's my
How do you
defense.
prove
Let's
that?
even say, yes, our name is being tarnished. So you want to set up your name to be
But
good
you have to
as
prove
what
that you
to
already
prove. So
had
you
a
want to
name
prove that
before
no,
that
not even
being
that.
tarnished going
You
on.
want to prove that Jussie Smollett lied about what?
Right,
That-
exactly.
What? So
There's
you're
burden of
doing
proof,
all this
right.
to say he did really pay you?
So regardless of what happened, what they did was still
stupid.
Right.
and it's still
So you're fighting that we're not liars,
and
but
you did something
but
anyway.
they pay us to do stuff. We're not liars though.
the whole thing is messy.
Why are they still?
That's sport with sport. We know they steal.
That's
That's what we
because,
did.
maybe because they're my Nigerian brothers. I just
Say
have this
no.
soft spot for
I
them.
beg.
Say look. See, I would never ever lie in my life, but I'll collect money to beat you. Though. I would never lie. What?
They were caught on tape buying MAGA hats.
That's what they want to
rope and all that.
defend. I beg you,
So,
get out of here, man.
Please.
Moving on. You're right. Because I thought about it again. I'm like,
Yeah, what are you fighting for?
if you look at
What they actually did. Which one is better?
Very stupid of them. Very, very stupid and foolish
Right,
of them.
like,
This
what?
is even better for them because now it's
Right.
like no one really knows what's going on with them. They're just
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, and the fact that they didn't get arrested for what they did,
They're dumbass. Man.
But still, though, I still I don't know, man. If their business is really suffering as a result of it,
What business? They were personal trainers.
I wish I could see that video again, man. Where that guy was
I
doing
don't
what?
have my laptop.
Was it Wakanda?
I don't have my
was doing?
laptop. I don't have my laptop. I wanted
They
to
were
touch
personal
on
trainers.
Howard University.
Oh gosh.
So
The
for those-
caucasity of
so-
this nonsense. Oh my
so
gosh.
for those that
Like,
don't know, Yeti, walk us through.
You know the guy
I'm
shut
gonna get
down his
irritated
Instagram
again.
account.
Walk us through.
You
it.
know he has
So,
shut down his
Walk us
Instagram
through.
Howard
From the
University
top.
in DC is a historical black university that's been since the 1800s.
HU. Yeah.
The real HU. Anyway, so they've been. I didn't go
Well,
there.
some
but
people say Hampton.
it's not
Yeah.
HU. The real HU is
HU,
Howard.
Howard,
But
yeah.
anyway, so this school was there when white people did not let black people go to school. They started their own school, so they, plus
Yeah,
Ferguson,
yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
whatever, American history, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, gentrification is a bitch.
Yeah.
So gentrification, but
You
anyway,
can
so
avoid it, but
you can, but anyway, so gentrification
so the area
now
around
Howard,
got
white people are
gentrified.
now started living there.
Yeah.
And Howard's courtyard, the quad is called the Yard.
But do they own it?
Yes, now
school
it's a
now,
private
it's a
school.
school
It's
now,
owned
it's a
by the
private
school.
school.
Okay.
So white folks are now start walking
The
their
thing
dogs
about our-
on their yard.
So Howard
and
is like-
what?
Is it so
Howard
they
is
own
like,
the premise?
so here's the thing.
Yes,
Howard
it's
is
their
like
quad.
wait,
It's
Howard is
Howard's
like
quad.
it's like you're in University of Maryland, Baltimore County here. Unfortunately, you're in the city. You can't necessarily own 50 blocks
Around
so
it,
you have to
but
be
you own your
intertwined with the
school.
city.
Yeah.
But they
The
have their
building,
properties.
Yeah.
So
but
But I
that
don't
yard,
think
no.
they own that.
They own that.
do.
They
They've
do.
been banned
They
now.
do.
People
They
have
do.
been-
Yeah, that's
so,
why they can
let
ban
me
people.
finish.
They do. Yeah.
So, people got complaining like, you can't keep.
Yeah, they
and the
just
thing
come in
is,
and walk their
There are
dogs.
4 dog parks.
Yeah, but they like that one.
around the
So
school.
what are they looking for in that one?
White people.
They just come and walk
Manifest
their
destiny
dogs.
bullshit that they always do.
Yeah,
they always
there's-
want to.
no,
they always
no,
want to
they
colonize
walk their
everything.
dogs.
No.
Even in Towson here, you see
on
in Towson
now.
University, they
Wait, but
see
is
there.
it possible that it's
Yeah,
just
on the yard, when it's
convenience?
sunny outside.
No,
It's just
correct.
when it's sunny
Even
outside.
convenience. It's not
Okay,
your property.
but you see,
Can you do that? Okay,
let's
let me
even
finish.
okay.
So people started complaining, like, come on. So Fox News went around the school and interviewed some people. Some
Yeah,
students
they
were like, no, this is our property. It's the school's property. Don't walk your dog here.
Yeah,
and this
this
white
is
guy
weird-
was like,
weirdo.
oh, well.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
Oh well, we need to all work together and live together.
This
or
is
if they
our
don't
community.
like, this is our
Nigga,
community. No,
you
it's
just,
not.
You just got here like last week, man.
Right.
What are you talking
or
about?
if they don't like it, they should move.
They should move, yeah, man.
What?
And you know that's the
Excuse me,
that's the
white
typical.
people. I'm sorry.
You know that's the typical. I don't even want to just say white. That's
No,
typical
it
American
is.
white man's
Yes,
thing
thing.
because they will go to your country and be mad
And
that
them
you don't
colonize
speak.
you.
Not even that they'll go to your country and be mad that you don't speak their
English.
language. You don't speak
Can
English.
you imagine?
And
telling them to move
you
this
know
way?
you
Can you
can't
go
you
to
can't
Georgetown
tell.
and tell them
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
move?
saying. You can't go
Can you
to
go to Yale and
Georgetown
tell them
and
to
tell.
move?
And this
That's
is
bullshit.
Unfortunately, I'm
over
glad
again.
Howard took a stance.
So what
Howard president now
Yeah,
finally spoke and banned people from coming on the.
But you see,
yes,
but
they
you see,
can do
that's
that.
the problem now is
should have
that
been done that.
yeah, but the
Right.
thing is that's more money because you need someone to police the area.
Exactly.
Then two, you're not limiting to people that go to the school. So
It
it's
should
like,
be. College Park.
But I
I
heard
can't
that-
walk in College Park without being stopped. You know that. You can't drive into College Park without.
you
Yes.
can drive into
No,
College
you
Park.
can't. No, you cannot.
They always have police.
they
They always have
police
police
people.
cops there, but you can still drive in.
They stop you at the gate. You know that, right?
You know, by Gaucha, you can still drive to Gaucha. But Gaucha has a gate.
But they stop you. is
they
what
do
I'm
stop
saying.
you, but I
Yes.
mean, you still drive in.
It's messed up.
But
Why
I
is it
heard
only
that
in
Howard
schools?
sold a lot of those.
That's the
areas
problem
around
with
that.
Howard. Our problem
but
is say
that's why I say you
people
can't
in
stop.
general.
You can't stop gentrification because it's money. now.
But
Who made
the
that
foresight,
decision?
they
It's
didn't
money.
have the foresight. They should have bought up the property around. the
There's
school.
more
They
money,
didn't.
man. You know, money
But then
to
look
be
what
made.
is going on now. The students are being inconvenienced. The students are paying tuition now. Why am I being inconvenienced?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
do
paying
you know
you.
how much these people make? They don't care about the students, man.
But that's wrong. I'm the one
The
paying.
only
I'm
reason,
paying
do you know
school.
why? Do you know why this thing just happened? Why they closed it? Is because of that weirdo.
Right.
If that guy did not
Didn't say
say what he
anything,
said,
right.
this thing will still be going on.
Right.
But he's dumb as he realized that he just shot himself in
Apparently,
the foot.
he came out online and he was
He
trying
said some
to
rubbish.
He was trying to defend
He has
Right.
deleted his
and
Instagram.
He said what he said
because
and he-
somebody found his Instagram. He's
No, he's a porn star.
He's a nude model.
Are you serious?
He's a nude model. And like,
Why are you laughing?
dude, that guy is
He's
no.
making a living.
Guy, no,
He's
guy.
making- I'm
There's
not
one thing
judging
being a
him.
porn. No.
For me, when I saw
Look
him,
at
he
his
looked like
Instagram
a biker
page.
that could whoop your ass.
No.
No.
That
But
guy-
then he sounded like
So
He's an idiot.
he's gay.
He's a gay porn star, yeah.
And that's cool, but you look at his Instagram page, he's a weirdo, man. Because the poses in that thing is very, very, very.
I mean,
like,
I don't shame sex work.
no,
whatever, do you?
no.
But don't be coming telling me to move
Yeah,
my
put
school
in-
when
put
you
in
when you
flowers.
just came to the neighborhood.
After
Same
I saw
thing.
his page,
So this continues,
after I saw
you know
his
that,
page,
right?
I could see why he said that. You know?
So gentrification is a bitch.
But this is Howard's problem.
No, not just Howard. Go is what the DC Kenny music.
It says loud, yeah.
But they've been doing this forever. If you don't like it, move. You move
guys
into my
are-
neighborhood. That's you coming to my
Do you
house.
know
and
that?
telling me
Do
I
you
should
know
listen to my
that?
own
Do you know
music
that
in
in
my
New
neighborhood?
in
No.
New York? Do you know that in New York the bodegas are taking off their signs?
Because
Their
yeah,
neon
people are
signs, 'cause
complaining.
people are complaining
But
that's too
the thing.
bright.
Why?
I keep hearing stories in Brooklyn too.
Yeah, so
that's wrong.
but
Now these people have been living there since forever. You
Baltimore
came.
here.
Same
You know how
thing.
many
yeah,
things
it's getting
here?
worse too now.
Yeah, you know how many
It's
things here.
But
terrible.
then,
can
do you
be
believe
done.
in majority rules?
But the majority because you force people out.
So who's the problem?
I mean,
who's to
you-
blame?
no,
The
you
white
didn't-
man that
but
came
no,
in
but you
to
didn't
buy
force
that
any-
house.
So,
No,
okay,
you didn't force
no.
anyone out.
No.
You
So,
sold your
okay,
property.
You
sold your
or
property, yeah,
or you
yeah.
bought your property.
You moved to my house. I let you have a room, and then you start bringing your
No,
family. No. Yes.
My property is my property. Like
No.
I'm
Let
not
me
going to move
finish.
into
Let me
a
finish.
neighborhood.
You know,
and
actually,
say-
no, that's not true. So there's
Okay.
I was reading something. I rented your house in my house.
Okay.
I mean, a room in my house. You moved in. You now start bringing one person in by one. Tenant laws. I can't kick you out just like that. You know that, right? And you take
Yes.
over my house and you kick me out.
But wait,
That's
wait.
wrong.
That's
But what I'm
different.
saying is that if you
So
buy property,
look
you
at
can't
this. Look
tell
at this
me-
area where we are right now. I'm guessing majority of people are here black. And then one day somebody decides to sell this building.
But companies
And
will
hold on,
move
and
in
they
there. That's the
and they
thing.
knock this building down,
Right.
build a high rise.
Right.
And then
They increase the prices.
start increasing prices
right.
of
People
rent.
can't afford it anymore.
is it the fault of the white man who can afford it and comes to live next door? At that point.
And
No.
that's where
At
it
that
gets
point-
a little dicey.
Where I live,
That's where it gets
where
a
I
little
live,
dicey.
where I would look at myself, for instance, a black man. Where I live is a nice place, and you know, it's mostly white people there. But I don't think you should blame any of us for living there. Unfortunately, I didn't come here saying, yes, I'm looking for a gentrified area. I want
Right,
to
of
spoil
course
it.
not.
But the only
But-
decency is that I am not going around trying to change
People
things and
around
make
and
things
all that.
fit to me. I
But that's
for me
the thing,
to
'cause
complain or
you-
do something,
right.
that's just me as a person.
But most white people don't do that.
Well,
They come
unfortunately,
and
so
they-
that man.
they bring
But you
a-
can't. I can't blame the man for. I can't blame the man for living there. But I can blame him for thinking it's right to say Howard
It is
University
right.
should move.
But that's the thing. This is historical. They came to
Howard
Africa and did the same thing.
doing
they do
this-
this everywhere. It's ingrained. It's called
But
manifest
Howard,
destiny. You know that.
Howard
Wait,
doing
sorry,
this.
Can you repeat that?
Manifest destiny.
Manifest destiny.
They've been.
Yeah, basically,
So can
it's
you
their
explain that
destiny
for
to
us?
manifest
They've
their
been conditioned. They've been
dominance on
conditioned
you.
to do it.
That's it. It's a thing. Go look it up.
But you
it's
know what?
fucked
But you
up.
know the thing is that Howard taking a stance, and with what's going on social media, more people like this would tend to think twice before they say stuff
but
like this.
still happening though.
But I mean, stop
Look
it
at
a
the
little
go-go
bit.
thing too. They're trying to get them to stop playing go-go in front
So
of
and what was their response? They started playing go-go everywhere.
One things I learned.
fucked up.
One thing I've learned from being in this country, Shy, is
We need to do
Oyinbo
better.
people and their pets.
Oh, they love it. Somebody said that
they don't
do
play around.
white people know
And-
that that dogs in Flint don't have water too. That maybe then they'll help.
Yeah, but luckily
people
now
love their pets, man.
hopefully Flint will be fixed before the end of this year, right? They're loaning them. They're loaning them
No,
money.
they love their pets.
But I mean, I love my pets
But
too.
I think,
I'm
but
not-
no,
Yeti,
love
I think
is-
it just goes to show that, you know, there's this thinking that it's conservative people that tend to be, but usually it's
liberals,
the most liberal
yeah,
people.
they're worse. Yeah,
that could
at
be
least
some of the
conservatives. I know where I
worst.
stand with you. Yeah, no. I agree. Conservatives, I know where I stand.
Yeah.
There's a clear line. The liberals are worse.
Because sorry, wait, is my stuff? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear myself.
We can hear you, girl.
Oh, okay. Because when you think about it,
They're passive aggressive with theirs. It's not direct. Like they do it in like a weird.
yes.
What's the word? What's the term for it? There's a term for it. I can't think of it right now. But
in the
anyway,
subtle.
there's an actual social media term, sociology term now for it. I forget what it's called. But anyway, it's
But
like
the reason why I brought that up is that I think it just goes to show that, you know, a lot of these liberal people, especially liberal white people that, you know, show this white guilt and they project online and they say these things and they do these things. They're the ones I'm usually the most suspicious of. The ones that try to project this. Oh, I'm looking out for blacks and this and that. They're the ones that I find the most. Because at least you just like you said with the conservatives, they kind of like just take their stance and
exactly.
this
where
is where I stand.
That's it, exactly.
And you can kind of see that.
Yeah, they take some of them take their dumb
but with
stance.
certain other
you see
people,
you see that dumb couple that went to the Wall of China and held a sign saying "Wall works."
Wait, what?
I saw that.
Are you serious?
Very stupid white
I saw
couple.
that.
But
Oh,
if they really know the history of
and you know, with
Man,
them, a lot
people
of
dumb,
them is it's you can tell it's more ignorance.
ignorance,
than
and
anything.
they're not educated.
They're not.
A lot of they might be like went to school, but they're not.
But
like,
they're not worldly. That's the thing.
They don't.
And a lot of times they're not really exposed.
Exposed, yeah.
So
Worldly,
to them
right.
it's like,
It's
oh, here's a
not-
wall.
People.
It works.
Yeah,
dumbass.
What's next on the agenda? Sorry, I don't have my stuff on me.
But
I was going to
Sri
bring
Lanka.
up but before we get to that one, I was going to bring up while we're on well, we're not on it. Well, we talked about Trump earlier, but I did want to bring up Bernie Sanders. And did you guys hear?
Do you see Biden has announced?
So
Finally.
Biden
took him
announced
forever.
today-
Like we knew you were going to what
what
was
was
the
up with
ceremony?
that?
I don't understand, but anyway.
Yeah, announced.
But Bernie
they've already
is
started
proposing.
attacking him.
Bernie Sanders, one of the presidential candidates, is proposing that people in jail vote. What do you guys
that
think
wouldn't
about
work.
Why
They wouldn't-
not?
They won't
Other
let
countries
they won't
do
let
it.
they won't let them do it.
Of course not.
You know
Because
they've been fighting. Florida was
but
fighting for voting rights now.
They
Was
did
it Florida? They passed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know why though? The demographic of the people that are really in prison the most,
They're black.
black people.
But then he
Minorities.
went even further. He said the guy, like for instance, the guy that the Boston bomber. He said he should be allowed to vote.
Okay, so now that's where I draw the line.
That was where he lost me.
He's
like,
trying to
wait,
I
include
can
everybody
see-
now. Oh, well,
What are you
oh,
talking
there's
about?
this,
Violent
that,
criminals,
that.
no.
No.
But if
but
you, like-
you see, but
If it's a violent
you see,
crime,
here's the
then
problem.
no.
Then you now start drawing loopholes.
No,
I don't
no,
think.
no,
I wish
no.
you shouldn't have said that.
and this is where it gets
because now you
tricky.
start drawing loopholes. Okay, what is it? Because different.
No, if it's a violent crime, if you murdered somebody, you shouldn't be able to vote. I'm sorry.
So what if you
What
assaulted?
if you assault? Yeah. Do you know that different
And that's where
different
it gets
states
tricky.
have their different definitions for what is a violent crime? You do know.
And
that,
why I
right?
say if you kill
What
somebody,
is-
if you kill somebody,
that's
then
you.
no.
So that's you are saying that.
And we have to keep a standard, I guess. We'll
So,
vote
but
on
that's
it,
you know that's the
fine.
problem with this thing in life is that there are always going to be loopholes.
Right.
I feel like you should have just shut up at that point and said, "Hey, I think people should be in jail, should be able to vote," and just keep quiet there.
But you know, other
Don't
countries
start throwing-
have criminals
Yeah,
voting.
I heard
And
about
for people that
Yes.
don't even know, do you know even
Wait,
when
so-
you come
so
out
what
of jail, you
country?
still
Can you
can't
give an
vote.
I
example?
think Australia, a bunch of them.
I heard there's a country that actually allows them to vote, but it's probably
Yeah,
not,
you see,
the thing is,
so they are doing this
American
new,
prison
so
is a
this
different
this-
animal.
They're
Yeah.
doing this census thing, and to try and get a better, I forget what was that demographic of what people in certain places for like voting and stuff like that. And the Trump administration decided to add a new field to it, which I think is a way to deter immigrants, or is your status.
That guy, he's hard on
Your status. So to fill the census, you have to put there's a question.
Your status. So that way they can, they already know who you are.
They already know you are.
So people are not
going to do it.
They can start identifying you.
So people are not going to do it.
Okay, so 16 countries were allowed felons
to
vote.
There are reports it's going to be skewed.
Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark,
of course,
Finland, Ireland, Latvia, Lithuania, Macedonia, Serbia, Slovenia, Spain, South Africa, Sweden, Switzerland, and Ukraine.
Interesting.
Yep.
I don't think American prison can be worse than Ukraine prison. So,
but America has the biggest prison population in the world.
And
money now.
Funny thing is, in other countries, while you're in prison, you don't get to vote. But when you come out,
in America, you can vote. Still
America is only 4 countries that once your prison sentence is done, you still can't vote.
No, aren't there exceptions?
4.
You can't vote once you're out of prison.
In America?
Yeah.
No. Once you come out of prison,
you're done for life.
You're done for life.
Yeah.
You can't vote.
That's what Florida just
your vote has gone.
So
Florida
now
did
it's
that.
allowed in Florida.
Yes.
So that's why Florida,
Okay.
They say you can't vote at all. We don't want to see you vote. But so
that's
they're doing
crazy,
everything
it's crazy.
to. They're doing everything to. So the census is going to be skewed in for whatever data they need.
So in 12 states, citizens of the U.S. lose their right to vote indefinitely after committing certain crimes.
That's what I was saying.
That means that even after they complete their sentence, they're still allowed to vote. But additional 22 states where felons lose their right while incarcerated. Okay.
So then speaking of politics, the FBI and the IRS went after
Baltimore folks.
Baltimore mayor.
Not just how everybody. It was like
today. They raided our house today,
I
man.
missed that. I was so busy at work today.
Yes.
They finally got her, man.
IRS and FBI, and not just
Catherine
her. There was a
Pugh?
bunch.
The fact that
They raided everybody.
the fact that IRS was involved, I was just smiling. I was like, look, I understand FBI, you can kind of weave your way around it, but once you bring the IRS into it,
you're
done.
Can you
You're
imagine?
done. Joint task force.
The IRS.
Baltimore FBI office and IRS in DC.
The only thing
They raided
the
everywhere.
mafia.
They raided the
It's
office.
IRS.
They raided City Hall. They raided her house. They raided the address
She's
Yeah.
cooked.
where she said the book was
She's cooked.
Everywhere.
and then
She's cooked.
one of her aides, the acting mayor already fired all her
people.
people yesterday. So this one lady got sacked later.
She's only been there for like 2 years too.
But look at the stuff she did.
She all the stuff
Like,
she did.
come
She said
on.
they
She
took
did too much.
the 200
All
kids
of them
twice
do too
from
But that's the thing. Why is
what's the name of that
Baltimore-
hospital?
Mount Sinai.
No, she was on the board of Maryland.
You
I
went to
heard
Maryland.
about that.
Huh?
I heard about that.
University of Maryland. Yeah, the
Yeah.
hospital here
I
now.
heard about that.
And
The books that she wrote. Were not
100K
correct.
twice.
Like, come on.
Dude, have you read that book?
I saw it.
Yo, that shit is
Somebody-
the
who
dope.
was,
Then she came out to talk
the
about how
British
the
guy?
book, last week tonight, John
Yeah.
Oliver. She came out to talk about how the book was not, she didn't do anything corrupt. And she started plugging a new line of
Can you imagine?
children's
I
wing.
died when I was reading that.
While
Like,
doing
come
the
on.
conference, she started putting a line of new,
Messy.
yeah, she's messy, man.
Messy as
They
hell.
said that the money's paid for all of them in the
I'm
board
just hearing about it. I didn't even know.
from the hospital that
Yeah.
all of them got paid about 40 million or something total. Like, that's a lot of money, man.
I'm so busy.
Like, I was
It's
telling
crazy.
her,
It's crazy.
The last thing I was going to talk about is Sri Lanka, man.
It's so sad.
So
Man.
359 now,
Stop, man.
or has it gone up again?
Who knows? I stopped. It's too depressing.
And how many suicide bombers were they?
7 or 8.
7.
Man.
It's these guys. They went into was it multiple hotels that they went
churches,
to?
everything. Yeah.
Churches,
Resorts,
and it was
everything.
on Easter Day,
Yeah,
Easter.
Easter Sunday.
But the church was like the most. I
Yeah.
think they got people.
and they blew it up. 359 people, and they're supposed to be tied to
apparently,
ISIS.
according to BBC, the death toll revised down
But you see,
by about 100.
So it's 259.
even if it was one soul
So about
lost,
253.
but
now.
you see,
Yeah.
but you want to know the very stupid thing about this world we live in. That church, the way they were all flooding for Notre Dame when Notre Dame was burning, I just look front because it's not my business.
You know what people started doing,
What?
right? They started posting their France pictures.
Of course, to show that
As in,
they've
I'm
been
in
Paris.
support of- you're in support of what? A building.
Right.
Nobody died. Nobody got injured.
Died.
Artwork
Even the
and
artwork
buildings.
saved, gone. They saved the artwork.
You are in support of France. A building burning.
People had vigils for this building. Can you imagine? I was
Of a
like, this whole week has just
goddamn
been
building
irritating me.
burning.
This whole week,
I understand that it's
irritated
part
me,
of.
man.
I understand,
It's peak
but you see, I understand that.
Like,
I understand that it's
come
part of
on.
your culture.
I
I understand that
agree.
if it, like
It
the
has
Statue of
historical
Liberty
value.
started caught on
Right,
fire,
right. We
but the
get
fact
it.
that nobody died, and
We
then you see
get
how
it.
quick you guys donated money
But did you
to
see
rebuild
Americans trying
it.
to compare it to 9/11? I
Idiots.
was like, are you serious?
And but you see the way but you see the way you guys understand. It's just a building. History is there to be made again. It's just a building. You can build new history, new memories. But when people lose their lives, are they throwing that same money
Of course
at
not.
Pakistan?
Mozambique has been going through flooding.
Mozambique flooding. Are they
For the
throwing that
past
same
month.
money in Flint that we're talking about earlier?
No, but I think that it just goes to show
It's
People
popularity
don't-
now.
yeah,
It's
people
what's
don't
popular
care.
now.
the way certain people value their stuff,
What?
and the fact that
No,
you know,
media too didn't carry
But you do know.
Mozambique.
But you
hear
do know
about
that.
Mozambique?
But you do know that.
First time
Yes.
hearing about
Yes.
it.
Exactly.
So what
Media
happened?
does-
Dude, hundreds of people
A
have died.
cyclone.
Fl-
And another one is
flooding.
still coming again now.
Flooding, yeah.
Flooding and cyclone. People just
And you know that
dying,
that place is just mud and so it's sand and just dirty water and flooding everybody away.
So many people are
So
homeless.
many people are
what is it
homeless,
about?
yeah.
So you guys tell
Media
me.
doesn't care. They don't
So-
care. It's brown people. They don't care.
So let me ask
Yeah,
you
you're
something,
going to be
right?
more popular if you
Trump
give money to.
Given said he was going to support.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to be more popular if you.
Support
And then
money.
see the guy that lost
Your
his
Flint
kids,
is
man.
down there. Your Flint is there. You haven't even
hold on,
give money. ASOS guy.
ASOS guy. Yeah, he lost three of his children out of
Three
four.
out of four. Yeah,
That's so
I heard about
sad.
that.
But
That's
you
such
see
a-
you see you make more you'll be see the idiots that are posting their trip to France as support of.
Notre Dame.
Why don't you post your trip to Sri Lanka or Mozambique? Why is
I don't even get it. Like,
that doesn't
why-
make sense.
why-
What is that? But it's more luxurious that way. You know, it's more like
guess.
It's the
I
way
was
media
in
puts
France,
things
you
now.
know,
France
I
now.
was
It's
in-
European.
yeah, it's fancy.
all that
Just,
fancy,
just the way
yeah.
they fly. It's just an
Yeah,
excuse
if you are
just
listening
flaunt
to me,
and-
if you're listening to me right now, you have posted a picture of yourself in France. You are stupid. And if I should see you on my Instagram, let me check. I'm going to unfollow you right now. I know only I'll follow you. I'll block you. If I block, I'll report you because you are the problem of this world. You're mad.
Oh, man.
that's
And
dumb.
meanwhile,
I didn't
that
hear about
same
Mozambique,
that
though.
same
That's
week,
Mozambique,
that same
man.
week that
All
Notre Dame was
around the
burning.
world. Yes, now
The
mosques. someplace.
no,
Was it
the
mosque?
stupid white supremacist boy that went to burn 3 churches, American churches,
Oh.
black churches. No. This is a white. His father was a sheriff, and he went to burn black churches. 3 of them.
I think
Trump
that-
didn't talk about it.
I think I heard about
Trump
it.
didn't talk about it. That's
Oh,
church in your own country.
They just
It's a
they
hate
just
crime
they just
because
executed one of the guys from.
oh yeah, that was
What's the name of
a
that guy again? One of the guys that killed this guy in '98.
1997.
So there were
yeah.
there were three. I forget their name. There were 3 white guys. So there's this black guy. I need to remember find his name.
John something.
Yeah.
God forgive me.
There-
So you hear about that one?
so
So that one was a
Like,
big. I
Nancy,
remember when
I've
it
been
started.
so busy this week. You don't
His
understand. Like
name
I
is-
barely had it. Have you noticed? I've barely even been on the thread.
That's
I've
true.
been so crazy.
His name is.
I'm just like, wait, what? Mozambique?
John William King.
Wait,
no,
who
no.
died?
That's the guy. Sorry, that's the guy that.
Let's not say his name. Say
That's the guy that
they
got killed. That's the guy that got
The
executed
black
today.
guy, James
Bird,
Jr.
yes, James Bird
So
Jr.
in '98, I remember because I
It
just came to
was a
America back then.
49-year-old man.
So
He was going home, and then
They offered him a ride.
3 of them offered him a ride.
And they started beating him up. They tied
So they
him
chained him to the
their
truck.
car and they drove for 3 miles.
And they said like halfway, they said the police said the report said halfway through the journey. Oh, I don't want to call it a journey, but halfway through the torture, he was alive and
He was alive through the whole
cautious until they drove past like a metal
thing and
thing
he
and
hit his
it's decapitated him and cut off his hand too. So like they found there were
Pieces
61 different pieces,
of his
61
body all
different
over the
places
road.
where they found him scattered all over the road.
So what
So
part
they-
of America was
This
this?
is Texas.
Texas.
What
Jasper,
part of
Texas.
Texas?
Jasper,
Wow.
Texas.
So-
And they were avowed white supremacists.
Yep,
These 3 guys.
the one
were
that
avowed
they
supremacists.
gave the injection yesterday.
Yesterday.
He
He wasn't
has a
remorseful.
tattoo of a black guy being hung like on his body and stuff.
He
like
wasn't-
that.
he didn't
so he
care.
wasn't remorseful, but you know there are 3 of them. One of them got life in prison,
They
but
killed the other
parole
one.
after 40 years.
And they killed
And then
one
they killed one already
before.
like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So they killed,
That's some sick
so
shit, man. Yeah, clearly a lot has been going on this week.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Black Klansman? It's on HBO
saw
now.
it.
I need to watch it.
That's
I haven't
all
seen
It
it.
was funny to me because
I
it's
saw it,
true.
I saw it.
I mean, they did add some Jara, but the fact that it did happen was kind of
I saw it.
funny to me. you
I
know.
wasn't crazy about it. It had some interesting parts.
I didn't watch it. I haven't seen it.
But there were just parts of it that just it was lost a little bit too. I was just like, it couldn't have happened like.
And no, they said no, but he
I
has
mean,
a
there's-
book. So
there's
there are
liberties
comparisons.
now.
Like, what part, ask me what part do you think they happened?
Spoiler alert. I have to see it.
You've had a year to watch that movie. Like, okay,
You're good.
like for instance, the part where he goes, he's in the remember when they were having the ceremony, right?
Yeah.
Towards the ending.
And he took the picture.
And then he went in there.
And
could that really have happened?
He said the only thing he said that picture got lost. But he said, so what he did was...
Yeah, he took that picture.
So he went, he was there. He was the officer assigned to David Duke. David Duke. And he said he went to him knowing that, Duke did not know that he's the guy that they've been talking to, and he went to him. So
he was really talking to David Duke.
He was really talking to David Duke. Duke did not find out about this until he wrote the book a few years ago.
After they left, and then that one's wife.
That was fake.
Wife.
That was fake. Yeah,
what's going on
here?
Yeah, that was the point that.
Yeah, that was fake. No. They said no.
It's
Spike Lee now. He said he added some.
Yeah, of course we have to.
But like the love interest never existed.
Hidden
the love interest was not.
Didn't happen exactly like that.
The part where they interrogated the officer, where it wasn't. But the main thing was that a black man
infiltrated
was part of KKK, all by calling them on the phone, and David Duke personally processed his membership card, and he had an officer on it. But he said the investigation stopped because they were getting too deep, and his sergeant was scared that if this thing was uncovered, people would say I have officers in the KKK. But he said it was true. 2 of the members in that thing were part of NATO. So
NATO?
Yes, NATO, the national agency of
NATO.
NATO is an international organization.
Not NATO now. What's the American one?
FBI.
Not FBI.
DA.
No, not NATO. There's this American thing that is like
a racist stuff.
No,
KKK.
not KKK. Like protects us. It's F.
Not
NATO. Not DA. No, I'll find the name. It's one of the big ones, but
CIA.
No, it was one of these major ones. But I'll find the name now. But
but you know that
they said they
started out
moved,
like that now.
Moved,
like the history, the Klan's history is really embedded into the police force.
Yeah. But
they said
they moved. They shipped them to the North Pole, reassigned those officers to the North Pole.
Wow.
Yeah, that they were really guys like stuff like that.
Yes.
So they said
Didn't you hear about the scandal in Florida? Was it last year or 2 years ago, where the police officers actually?
I don't know. I call it NATO, NORAD, North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they said they had 2
American
officers.
Police officers are a lot of them are like.
Yeah. So they had 2 officers in there, and they were like the officers. They had to. They shipped them off. They reassigned them to. But he did really infiltrate.
Clearly, I missed a lot of news this week. I've been going through it, man. At work, it's like one of the busiest seasons, and it's exhausting.
Wow.
But enough about.
There's supposed to be a snowstorm.
What's been going on with you guys?
There's supposed to be a thunderstorm this weekend.
It's supposed to start tonight, actually, and tomorrow.
On Saturday, they said it's supposed to be.
Wale, how far with the new gig now? How you loving it so far?
Man, it's alright, Joe.
It's just there.
Does work really get exciting after a while?
It's not busy though, is it?
I'm the lead guy, so it's like a lot of times I'm the one that has to like come up with solutions for stuff and
that's good.
This stuff. Yeah, sometimes you want to just be yourself, right? You want to like someone to just tell you what to do. Because that at least I've played my part, but like when you're the main guy, like if something goes wrong, like I'm spending hours decoding something and I'm coming up with this is what we want to do, and then I have to sit down and come up with the solution. So this is how we're going to get it done. But rather than someone saying, hey, this guy, I need you to code this for me, and I'll say, okay, I do it in 2 days, so that's the downside.
You ready for poker tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time does it start again?
At 7 o'clock.
How is it
I
that
gotta
y'all
leave by 10.
Are always
that's what everybody
says.
Look, I have to leave. I don't care what time you guys start. I have to leave by 10 because I'm going to New York this weekend.
What's happening in New York?
I've told you guys.
She has Essence Carnival.
Oh, she's going.
Poker
is
Essence
Fest or something.
Essence Fest. It's not the Essence Fest, but it's Essence Beauty Carnival.
This poker is BYOC. Bring your own chairs. Because I don't have extra chairs for you.
I ain't bringing
so everybody
chairs.
Should go to Walmart and buy one chair each. Go to Walmart and buy one chair.
How you hosting? You don't have chairs.
I don't have like chairs for them to sit on. But
you don't have chairs from your.
But I have the high.
Your game room.
I have
place.
my high chair.
How about if we played in your game room?
I already bought a new table, man. That would be perfect for me, but everybody in the table. But it's okay.
Poker table.
Are you serious?
We have to use that poker table.
And so somebody
Because
should keep it in their car and bring it every time now, and bring chairs along with them.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody should just buy their own chair and be carrying it every time we have poker.
Look. Last time I took chairs to
Bring
someone's
your own
house,
chair.
I haven't seen
because here's
chairs
what's gonna
ever
happen.
Since again,
I will get chairs.
Why didn't you take it when you were going?
So here's the thing.
No, because someone asked for me to keep.
That's why I'm saying bring your own chair because
and you know what I did, right?
Get a folding chair
after, I said,
and
you guys,
keep
what
it.
happened to my chair? They kept passing my chairs around.
So I'm going to have
like someone will
house.
need it. It's with somebody, and now no one knows where.
So I'm
it
going to
is.
have extra chairs. I'm going to have extra chairs that I don't need.
Who has Korea's chairs? Oh,
I don't.
I'm going to have.
Ask them.
I'm going to end up having extra chairs that I don't need.
Ask them.
But if they buy their own chair,
that's not only it. I bought like 5 shufflers now.
Fuck up, man. That's your
for this fucking.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
Poker.
This guy will break the shuffler.
No, I don't break the
It's
damn
an automated shuffler.
I don't break the.
Then
you're lying on me now.
Then the last
Let him
one.
finish
The
it,
last
then
one.
you
So
can
he
put your
bought
case.
the shuffler. This even happened in my house. He bought the shuffler, and he's like, "Okay, guys, see you. I bought shuffler. Blah." And then he's shuffling, and then the idiot puts it on his chair. And then sat on it. And then said, he said we framed him. He said somebody put it there.
Yeti, let me tell you what happened.
Someone framed me.
Yeti, let me tell you what happened.
Dude, ain't nobody
finished
framed me,
shuffling, right? I wasn't the one that was shuffling, so we rotate the shuffling thing, right? And someone had taken the shuffler. I guess after they were done shuffling, and they put it on my chair.
You're the one that was shuffling.
I wasn't shuffling
the one
this
dealing.
thing.
How can someone else who's not dealing shuffle?
Why would I
the
put the
dealer
shuffler on my
always
chair? I always put the shuffler
That's why
on
he said
the
the
ground.
idiot.
I always put the shuffler on the ground.
I was wondering that why you put it in a chair.
I've bought like 4 shufflers now.
Conspiracy
theory
saying we
right?
put somebody somebody.
And they told me I had to pay for this damn thing.
Yes, now you break it.
Maybe it was Dr. CB that put it there.
But I didn't put it there. I didn't put it there.
Conspiracy theories.
No, it's all good. Be asking for your chair. You get your chair. If you like.
I've told you, I posted an article of how standing is good for the body.
I'll sit on your sofa.
How long does this game last?
Like 3 hours
it's supposed
minimum.
to be 3-hour minimum.
This guy, you see, hosting poker is not cheap because you have to get food.
Too, right?
Yeah, it's not cheap.
So you cook or you
chairs,
cater?
don't worry, I got the food.
Cater.
Sometimes you cater, sometimes you cook. But
Usually
I
cater.
and
the worst thing is when you host
got
and
bait
when
to
you
cook
now
today,
lose
so-
money again.
But
So it's
you
funny,
see,
you guys just be doing guys.
but-
You never
but you-
invited any of these girls.
it's a guy's thing. It's
Eh,
kind of
so
like a
girls can't play
getaway.
poker.
We tried it once.
We tried, but
It didn't
no,
work- it
it's
didn't
a
work out.
getaway.
Nobody
It's a getaway from
get away
just,
from whom?
just life.
Who are you trying to get away from?
It's like, guys have a bond between guys now.
And
Just
girls
have
don't-
the
you
way
guys
you
don't
went
have-
on Backstreet Boys with your girlfriends. These are Backstreet Boys.
It's like we do it once a month.
Once
and
a
it's the
month.
One time
yeah.
that we get to
Every other
catch up
time you
and
spend with
find
your
out what's
significant
going
other,
on with
but this is the
everybody.
once in a month where it's like, I
It's
haven't
like
seen
guys
this
night
guy.
out, but we don't go out.
And then the food, there are some people
just chill.
that can eat a whole tray of food. So like
They know
they know themselves. They eat like chicken like 10 times.
I
So
was
you gotta
even
just
gonna
make
ask
sure
you,
you're
Seth,
good,
Wale,
man.
What's going on League of Lords thread, man?
What happened?
There be some smoke out there, yo.
And everybody,
There be some tension
You can't
going
bring
on, man.
thread
everybody-
business out
no,
to
everybody's
public
doing-
now.
everybody's doing their
Of
thing,
course,
man.
you're gonna know not to. But I just feel like there be some tension in that.
No, I think it's good. It's healthy. Every
Is
now
it
and then to
just
call
men
to
only
call.
on that
You know,
one?
yeah. You know when somebody did suggest one time to bring in a girl, but
Nah.
I said, guy, you're the one that even got delete her yourself.
Someone
because-
suggests
someone
in League of
suggested,
Lords?
yeah.
No.
I said, dude,
The
you're the one.
girlfriend or what?
I think maybe a girl was talking to or something, but I was like, dude, you're the one that's even going to end up deleting her yourself. Because by the time some people just say, some people say some things.
Does the girl play FIFA? Annie?
As in, it started. First of all, we all play FIFA, but there's some people who are inactive in a group and they might need to kick them out soon. But some the thing is that it's a thing where we might say something that might rub off wrongly to somebody, but there's no real meaning
Malice
behind
to
it.
it.
Yeah, so you don't really want to put people who don't understand or who are not part of that
dynamic.
bond.
Right,
but then
right.
also within that bond too, you have a lot of egos, and as men, but
Dick
it's good to
measuring
check
contest.
to
Huge
check people
egos.
because when you don't check people, what happens is that we're all thinking we're all one body, and then maybe somebody says, "Oh, I'm doing a wedding, come to," and you're like, "No, I'm not coming." Or you see, maybe you finally meet more people, and then you're like holding that. So it's good to let it out
Right.
at the moment. That's my own way of saying let
it's
it
good,
out,
it's good.
and you guys forget about it at that point. And that's so lately people have been expressing their feelings more.
I mean, it's good. See, we need men to be more expressive. Y'all need to
but the
get
beauty
it
of
out.
it is you finish it, we go through the 2-3 hour rounds,
Yeah, we
and
fight.
you play
fight
FIFA
and we make
after.
up.
Yeah,
And
so
by the time they start playing FIFA,
Yeah,
they start
Are they
forget
all
about
Nigerian
it.
people?
There's a Kenyan
Ghanaians,
guy.
Kenyan.
But y'all know each other.
One of our guys now called in. The reason why I bring up League of Lords because a lot of League of Lords guys listen to this podcast, and a lot of them have actually called in.
One of them was telling me
Farouk
about how
is on League of Lords.
Okay.
CJ is on League of Lords.
But it's good. It's not supposed to be a boys club.
Mm-hmm.
It started that like as FIFA, so it wasn't like we're keeping it. But it's coming to there's men talk, there's women talk. And like there are things you guys find funny, and there are things we find funny, and we just feel like with the way the world is so sensitive and not knowing people, even adding new guys itself is I don't think a new guy has been added in years. It really has to be.
We've had that thread for a while.
For a while. I don't think a new guy has been added to it.
That's why all these people that get in trouble on social media and stuff, say if you think you're gonna say something crazy, say it within your friends. Why do you have to take it out on social media and then get in trouble for it?
So you can. But
you guys know I do that all the time.
Like there's some things I would never say.
Our thread is where I get to pilot.
Yeah, just put it.
know.
And the good thing about it is and the good thing about it is that when you have a thread of people you see as friends, or at least you're cool with, when they check you and tell you, sometimes they tell a guy you're gone too far, you will more likely listen to them than to listen to a mob of people.
Exactly.
So filter it down first, and
before you bring it on social media.
Yo, dude, and it's good to have.
I always wonder
different
all these people that get in
personalities.
trouble. Like, don't you have friends?
Nah, they
Like,
don't really have.
friends?
They don't really have people to.
I'm
to
sorry.
share.
There's
But
some things I would
it's
never say out.
I suggest everybody out there should get a good, decent league
thread or something. A good group of people to bounce your crazy ideas off of before you
do
bring
these
it out
things
in public.
like poker and stuff like that, like girls' night out. Just have similar-minded people and just do your thing, man. Relax.
Yes, you call Ishenko.
It's just kicking my ass too.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's work, man. It's that time of the year.
I want John Hopkins.
Because I told you 2 people quit, right?
Oh, really?
So there's more work.
So it's just me. Only.
It's just you.
Yeah.
There's one guy that left that I'm also
right now.
They gave me his work.
I'm even trying to petition for them to hire one more person.
So now I'm the manager now. I'm
congrats.
everything.
I hope they're paying you like one.
Not
yet. That's no dude.
See how that's how it works.
I know how it feels there.
But
the good thing is you're not making bad money.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only time I want to vex like this. I was like, tomorrow is payday. No, because guy, I before I did this, I was freelancing, and I know how you can make 10 grand this month and you might not see money again for 2-3 months. And the thing is, like, you have spent that money.
Wow.
Like you were
having.
So moving into the 9 to 5 for me, I was like, I miss waking up whenever I can. I miss it. And the beauty about it is they let me keep almost my freelance lifestyle. Like, this is what I want to work.
Good. Nice.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to shout out some of my friends. We have 2 friends.
Oh yes,
two
couples
this week. Within like how many days?
3 days.
3 days. Competing.
Competition. I didn't
We asked
know,
them
man, but I thought that was pretty cool, man.
Like a pool.
We had one. The first one was on Monday because I remember
Yes.
saying that was like a good way to start the week,
yeah.
and then we had another one
Baby
today.
girl,
That's good.
and then
Baby girl
boy.
and boy and baby boy.
Isn't that
One
this guy
children.
now? Isn't it going to be a poker tomorrow?
I don't know if
that's not
he'll
happening
be
anymore.
If he's a poker, then his wife is very,
It's not
very
happening.
nice.
But if somebody did once come to poker and went back to the hospital, I won't say his name.
Well, we can narrow that down.
His wife may not have known. I beg, shout out.
You know what?
No,
I think it. No, there's no way the wife would have known.
Yeah, but
Anyway, so we're growing.
Okay, we are.
Babies,
Our
weddings,
families.
everything.
Corey, when are you
It's
going to have
crazy,
kids?
man. Like just
Corey,
everyone's
when are you
having
going to have
kids
kids?
popping up. Me?
You're almost 50.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. I'm still, quarter century.
Quarter
It is what
century.
it is.
Quarter century was you.
What that century, 5, 10 years
Who knows?
ago.
I may have a kid out there, guy.
Don't crack that joke, this guy. don't crack that joke. I saw someone on a TV show was telling his girl, was like, I wonder how many kids are floating around. And the way she looked at it, I was like, kidding. I was like, yeah, guy. The way she looked at it, because I think she's going to remind you again, saying,
floating around. That's not a joke.
No, I don't have any kids out there. So
disclaimers, Abby.
No,
let me check in on you. So you're back to normal now. You're
to
well.
Your
voice.
My voice is back.
You're back.
Yeah, thank God.
Just finished singing. I Want It That Way.
Yeah, so I was going. My 13-year-old self was
Came
jumping.
Do you know that
I
some
knew
people,
every word
you know that
to
some
every
people,
song.
You know that you were 13 when Black and Blue came out. You know that some people were not even born.
They don't even know. There was. I'll show you. I'll send you there's a video.
The last song.
Yeah, some people were not even
Some
born.
girl. They had a kids play thing. They played them Backstreet Boys. They didn't even know who the hell they were. I was like, damn. I feel so old, man. These kids, high school kids, they have never heard of Backstreet Boys.
Really?
At all, Corey.
There you go.
They fall my hand.
You can't blame them though.
I mean,
No, Backstreet Boys.
they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. They're like, they
Boys.
don't know. I'll show you the video.
You can't lie. You
like,
can't. No, this guy. How they know Backstreet Boys? Where would they have heard?
Right. Well, now they have a new song out on the radio.
Look at it. One more time. No, that's the wrong name. Look. No, but how? Wait, which radio is playing Backstreet Boys in 2009?
They have a song out.
They-
The top
they-
40 song station. They have a song out right now. But man,
Is that a time though? Okay.
and they haven't
no,
aged.
it's
I
not
mean,
yet.
they've aged,
Pause.
but they still look good with their age and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. Shout out to them though.
I enjoyed the show.
Black
It
and Blue was
fun.
my shit, man.
Millennium, Black and Blue, everything. I had everything. I had the whole.
What was your first? So someone posted before we get, someone posted Discman, and the question was, what was your first album you got on the Discman?
That's a good question.
I would say Millennium. Backstreet Boys Millennium back in the day.
What about you, Corey?
It had to have been an Eminem album, because I know back then I used to be crazy about Eminem. Oh no! It wasn't an
Eminem was
Eminem
before
album.
Eminem.
I know. So my first tape was a Tupac tape. It was Apocalypse Now. I remember that one because I remember that tape. I remember I'd stolen the tape. And then
You stole it.
I got beaten up by one of my seniors who then took the tape from me, and I cried that day. I was like, what kind of punishment is this? My first CD, I don't know. I know. I don't know. I'll have to think.
And then after Millennium was Eminem.
Yeah,
Shady.
I think it had to have. Eminem must have been one of the first shots, because I know I was crazy about that.
My first album, I actually got two shortly after each other on the Discman. The first one was Eclectic by Wyclef.
Eclectic, yeah, I remember that. Double disc.
That was
a good album.
The next one was Pain Is Love by Jaru.
Pain Is Love.
Yeah, I was a big Jaru fan.
That was a huge
album.
album.
It came out like a year
around
each other. Yeah,
that was on that everything little thing
like
that we do.
Pain Is Love it was the shit, man.
Yeah.
Jaru was the.
But we gotta start wrapping up now. My phone battery's about to die.
and then this one you'll be surprised. There was a third one, Shakira, Laundry Service.
I actually like that album.
It was a good album.
It was a good album.
That was one I did whenever.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was all like 2001.
Remember I actually had a song with Beyonce.
Yeah, that was the one I said that Beyonce's hips were lying. Because Shakira out hipped her.
I mean,
man.
because that's what Shakira is known for now.
I think I remember also getting Life and Times of Sean Carter, the volume 2.
Okay.
I remember that too was one of my first albums. But I know that I think I must have gotten the Eminem one before that.
And then I used to get those Nigerian mixes. The names were so funny.
Yeah.
Ride or Collide with Us. That was like one of that. I can never forget that one. Volume 1. I was like, Ride or Collide with Us, man.
Yo, so before we go, please don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, share. On Instagram, we're there, smiling_sufferer. On Facebook, Smiling Sufferer, search for us. On YouTube, search for Smiling Sufferer. Like, share, subscribe to our page, especially our YouTube page. And on Twitter, @SmilingPod, @SMILINGPOD. Please don't forget. You guys want to add anything else? You guys good?
That's it, man.
All right. So, please, Wale, take us out.
Yeah, delete your picture of France in support of Notre Dame, please. If that's why you posted it, delete it, please. Closing song is called Liar by Tolani, who is what's this girl's name again? DJ Copied. Or
older sister.
half sister.
Right?
Or as
same dad, right?
Dangote calls her DJ Kopi.
So it's same dad, right?
Same dad, different moms. She's actually.
Speaking of
DJ Copy too has been coming out with some new songs.
You know, Copy has a new song. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's better.
Abena, something like Abena.
Maybe she's growing. Maybe she's getting writers, and I don't know. I won't say anything about our Copy, but I can say something good about this Tolani girl. This song, she's talented.
Good,
this is a good song. It's called Liar.
All right.
Touchscreen tunes.
you did that December, yeah. Talking this and that.